will win the PointsBet Invitational.
Pick a side, pick a side. Only two options, be with the winners or the other guys. Yeah, ain't no time, we already on the way. Better get themselves in line. Thought I told you we don't be no rules up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down.
The Stampede City is the curling city this week. Calgary hosting the PointsBet Invitational to start another season of champions. And felt more fall-like today, more leaves changing here at the Winsport Event Center on the grounds of Canada Olympic Park, our home until Sunday. This afternoon we played the bottom half of the women's Sweep 16, and the 14th ranked Asselin McNutt from Halifax, the reigning Canadian junior champion, final stone. Look at this, little rub, little roll, right to the lid. Playing the number 3 seed, Carrie Anderson out of Gimli, the 4-time Canadian champion. And all that Anderson has left is to run this back and hope. Bang, there. Now when they settle, it results in a steal of one more for McNutt. And can you believe it? The number 14 takes out the number 3 to fill out the Elite 8. So a big win there. Kate Cameron's a winner. Second year in a row, Kayla Skurlik takes out Inglis in the Sweep 16. And Chelsea Carey, of course, has taken over Jennifer Jones' team, looking very sharp in this one. So she advances as well. As on this Thursday night, we say hello, Canada. Welcome back to Calgary and our second day coverage, PointsBet Invitational. Kathy Russell alongside. Thrilling. But it's obvious now, Canadian, the young teams, they really do have no fear.
Well, they don't have any fear, and they gain confidence by playing the big teams. They just can't afford to, and we saw this afternoon what happens when they are given an opportunity.
So now we are down to the final bracket, and these are the 4 games that will be on the ice. We'll be interested in seeing how Brad Jacobs does. Of course, he is number 2 seed, having taken over the team for Brendan Botcher. But our featured game will be Felix Asselin against the 2-time defending champion, Reid Carruthers. And Carruthers again will try to win a third, but he'll have to do it again with another new lineup.
Every time you see Reid, every time it's a different player.
They have name tags.
It's a phone book. Yeah. And in this case, Caitlin Snyder, great player, but can you get the broom in the right spot? Can you get the tendencies figured out this early in the season? Is he a little heavy later in the game under pressure? Is his intern going to dump? You have to have that all figured out at this level. Can he do it this fast?
In a season of unprecedented changes, Asselin has made a change too.
Oh, and he got a huge fine. 2006 skip from the Brier. Jean-Michel Menard joins the team, and that backhand tandem, including Martin Cret, now form the middle of this Asselin team. That makes them so much stronger, and they're not going to let Felix make mistakes calling either.
All right, time to meet the teams now for tonight's feature game. It's all brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Carruthers out of the Granite Curling Club in Winnipeg, skipped by Reid Carruthers with Connor Negevin, Derek Samagalski, very familiar at the front end, and now the addition of Caitlin Schneider. Felix Asselin comes from Quebec and 4 curling clubs, including the Glenmore and Valleyfield, skipped by the 29-year-old with Jean-François Trepanier, Martin Cret, and yes, the 2006 Brier champion world silver medalist Jean-Michel Menard at 3rd. So that is our feature. When we come back, we're going to fill out the men's field. We'll get down to the Elite 8 here at the PointsBet Invitational.
Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada, by BKT Tires, growing together, by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Reid Carruthers and his team out of the granite in Winnipeg as he tries to win for the third straight time. Just one of 4 games on the ice, Kathy.
Well, that is our feature match. And then in another one, Keenan Whiff. That is your U20 champion for men. Takes on Mike McEwen, the hottest team in the country right now. Taking a break, not at all, after his great performance at the Brier last year. Jacob Horgan, we've seen him so often with brother Tanner. That's a Canadian college team. Takes on Brad Jacobs, taking over that Brendan Botcher team. And Owen Purcell and Aaron Sluchinski. Aaron, of course, the reigning Alberta men's champion.
Oh, early advantage to the team from the Glenmore, Valleyfield, Etchemin, Descollines curling clubs. Felix Asselin, as he wins the draw to the button and quite handily. And so he will have the last rock playing the Yellowstones. You saw Reid Carruthers out. Back to skipping. And he'll play the Red Stones. And to get us underway on this Thursday night, we're getting down to the Elite Eight. This is the Carruthers lead, Connor Negevin.
Line's close.
I don't think Reid will throw it in the rings unless it's unintentional. I like to get a tight guard here. Obviously get it in the center line so it can't be ticked.
We're not in. I want to get to the line. That's good. That's good.
That's the point. And once they know it's not in, brush it to get enough curl to get it on the line, and then the tick is not available.
Yep. Yep. Watch the roll. Watch the roll. Wait. Patient.
4 Brier appearances for Trepanier.
Patient, patient, patient. Whoa, Jim. Whoa, Jim. Whoa, Jim. Yeah, go. Go. Shot.
Time now for the keys to the game, and we will start with Reid Carruthers.
Well, read the sheet. See what I did there, Vic?
Uh-huh.
And first game, obviously, of an event, it's tough to get the room in the right spot for all the players, and especially as we talked in the opening about Catlin Snyder. What are the tendencies? Reid is a wonderful strategist. He knows when to make his move. He just has to get the room in the right spot for everybody. And in turns. Menard absolutely loves that out turn. He's so good at it. Try to change his mind.
So needy, Kathy. So needy.
No, but he's not wrong.
Make it nice and tight here.
All right, the keys now for the Quebec skip, Felix Asselin.
Well, for Asselin, it's watch the time. This new team features 3 skips, and you know what happens when you get the skips together, Kathy.
Yes.
You've got to limit that discussion. You're going to run yourself out of time, especially when they're new like this. And be aware, Reid Carruthers is really, really crafty. Don't get outskipped.
Keys to the game brought to you by Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand.
Oh, and there's that mistake in touching the guard.
Yeah, it's all good.
And to go back to your key for Reid Carruthers, they have a unique situation that both Reid and Connor Negevin are coaches in this event. We saw Reid watching Carrie Enerson earlier, Connor Negevin with Caitlin Laws. There has to be an advantage for those two having been on the ice surface more than any of the players on the sheet.
Yeah, oh, true. That's a good pickup, Kath, both of them. And if nothing else, you watch it with your eyes, but you get the feedback from the team you're coaching.
Line's good. Clean.
9 Brier appearances
Easy.
for Derek Simulgalski.
Easy line. Back 4. Whoa. Clean. Back 4. Clean.
And very first was with Rob Fowler out of Brandon.
Wait's good. Wait's good. Whoa.
Kind of guy, Kathy, that everybody wants.
Yes.
When you think about he's played with Carruthers,
Very nice, Dirk.
McEwen, and Coach Jacobs, and now still with Reid Carruthers. Just a workhorse, right? That guy in the middle. Just tell me to brush, and I will.
Always positive, always supportive of his team, makes the shots when he needs to, great brusher. He is the kind of guy that you want on a team if you want to win.
There's a small example of Reid's skipping ability. They managed to tap that roll to the inside, and the top red that's top 8 will be very hard to remove.
4-time Quebec junior champion back in the day, Martin Crête.
Good guard.
Sure. Give me a time, Con.
Probably just have to replace it.
Okay, round.
Reed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We threw Connors.
No, it's okay. Take 10 feet west, Con. Yeah, you bet. You got it.
Heavy?
Easy,
Little heavy.
easy.
Initial,
Top 12.
Okay, we're gonna tap.
look here, Vic. He could just simply hit the shot
Little lighter
rock.
than that. Clean it.
Felix's hammer here. He's hit the 3 roll over, but with the hitting ability this with all these teams so early in the end, that could lead to a blank.
Hard.
Sleep it. Sleep it. Good call, Reed. Nice shot.
Good audible.
Good call, Rams. Sweet.
Third edition of the PointsBet Invitational. We started out with 16 men's, women's teams, down to 8 now, the Elite 8 on the women's side. We'll get there tonight on the men's side. 10 ends of play. Have to play a minimum of 8, 1 timeout, 38 minutes thinking time. And yes, if you're like Reed Carruthers, year 1, $50,000, year 2, $50,000, and no extra ends. That's a key. So if we're tied after 10, we'll have a draw to the button to see who wins it. Leave anything around of yellow color? Sure will. One top 12.
Good shot. A little unlucky to kick that back one out.
Good job.
Sure. Yeah.
Like intern normal?
Whatever you like. Either's good.
Yeah, I like intern normal. Clean.
Weight's good.
Whoa.
Whoa. Stay close.
Clean. Whoa.
Clean.
Off.
Yep.
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 Clean.
Whoa.
Clean.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
So
whoa,
Catlin
whoa, whoa,
Schneider,
Shot, Cap.
4 Brier appearances. Last year, of course, he was the
Shot,
skip of the BC team at the Brier. He was their import, and they finished 4 and 4.
Yeah. First one I was worried
And then 3 previous appearances curling out of Saskatchewan with Colton Flash, and Dunstone, and with Casey.
He's been on a ton of teams. He's kind of like the third or second or higher. Very a lot of intensity he brings to the team. That has to help a lot of teams.
Yep.
Bid up.
Whoa. Girl. Okay.
And we'll hang it on the edge for Jean-Michel Menard. So all the teams received $5,000
Nose is okay.
in money to cover their expenses, such as travel and hotel. And every win, you can make a little bit more. And ultimately, if you win the final, you'll take home $50,000 total.
A little heavier.
Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Clean. Whoa. Clean.
Curl.
Whoa.
Clean.
Line.
Straight.
Whoa.
Straight.
Yep. Whoa. Sit.
Nice shot, Cap. Shot, Cap.
Very nice.
Call,
Not
Reed.
bad. 4 days of play,
Yeah.
4 wins, and you win
Nice
50
throws,
grand.
bud. Good
Thanks.
shot, bud. Good start, man. Great throws.
C'est half rock avec outturn.
Of course, it's with the outturn.
I was just saying that the natural way to play that, you're right, Kathy, is with the intern, right?
It is.
You get the gear effect and you can hit it a little bit thicker and make contact on that second one, but we're not going to see an intern. Some things never change.
Whoa.
8
Yeah.
prior appearances.
Whoa.
His last was in 17, and of course, as Kathy mentioned, the Brier winner in 6 got 1, and if you got enough to push this through, and not
Okay.
quite, it'll
Try again.
settle at the back 12, but Shot Rock does belong to Asselin.
Pretty good effort, Vic, but that's exactly contact. The outturn wants to spin, as we look now, to the left of the sheet, and that stopped any momentum. If that was the other turn, it would have spun off and made the double for fun.
What kind of
Normal weight, bro. Nose is good.
Normal, Con.
That was a chance to get the blank. Now they're going to have to work for it.
Whoa. Clean.
Weight's
Clean.
good.
Clean. Whoa. Up. Curl.
Curl. Whoa.
Clean, clean.
Whoa, whoa,
Clean.
whoa, whoa.
Good throw, Ram. Nice.
Nice shot. Shot, Reed. Shot, Ram. Nice shot, buddy.
Felix really, this will be his only chance to get a blank. If he's looking at 2 on his last shot, he probably will take the single.
Right?
Yeah, yeah. Au pire, on frappe celle au centre, fait qu'il reste juste celle dans le fond. On y va across, c'est intern.
You turn across, parfait. Okay, good.
Correct, je me resté? Yeah.
This is where big speed can be an advantage. If you hit the back one thick, you'll have enough power to maybe kick it out of there.
Yep.
Yep.
Whoa!
Yep.
Whoa!
4 Brier appearances. His last was 23 when they went 5 and 3. Yellowstone played for many years with Michael Fournier,
Right on the nose.
former Quebec champion. Michael now has moved to Toronto for business reasons, and
Bon lancer.
Felix's brother, who was the second, has now joined him.
Nose, make him draw.
Do the same, no, same
Even roll
broom.
with a
And
hair.
Yeah, I think it's really
Lots
good.
of changes. I mean, we just keep talking about it, but it's remarkable.
Well, we always saw it at the end of a quadrennial, Vic, right after an Olympic session, and
Same
you
weight.
know there'd be all kinds of changes. But this late is quite surprising.
6 inches Conway is good. Nose is okay.
Just a little over a year away from the trials. Exact same throw.
Heavy.
Whoa, clean.
Whoa, curl.
Clean.
Curl.
Curl. Curl. Hard corner.
Whoa.
Keep going.
Line.
Hard the whole way.
Line.
Curl, curl, curl,
Line.
curl, 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 curl.
Nagman stays
Shot,
with it,
Ram.
and so he will be facing 2 with his
Shot,
last.
Reed. Great shot, bud.
Felix Asselin.
Okay. Prends l'avance. Oui, c'est juste par là-bas, ce côté-là, on n'a pas joué. Quel weight qu'on dit? Non, je pense pas. 4 grammes.
Est-ce que je lance shootout?
Je pense que ça en prend un petit peu plus. Ouais, ça prend un peu plus que
Shootout, j'avais 40.
Ouais. 40-45 shootout.
Talking weight and whether it's the same as it was in the pre-game practice.
Faut pas que tu sois moins fort. Faut que tu en ajoutes 3-4 pieds de plus certains.
OK.
He did win the draw to the button to get the last draw here in the first, and he just put it on the side of the button.
Ben,
Vas-y, Mike. Vas-y, Mike. Il n'y a pas de danger.
Tancret left, or right, pardon me. Trepanier is on the left.
Je pense qu'il faut y aller. Attention, on a une belle cochonnerie juste là.
Ouais, je l'ai pas.
C'est beau.
Right there. Look in. Chuck it.
So he'll draw the top edge of the 4 for a single to get on the board. Here on this Thursday night, the bottom half of the men's Sweep 16. Coverage, the PointsBet Invitational from Winsport Event Center here on the grounds of the Canada Olympic Park. As we get another season of champions underway. Felix Asselin with a single in that first. They went center now. Corner goes up from Reed Carruthers, and around goes Francois Trepanier. As we watch the second stone now for the Carruthers lead, Connor Negavan. And it is Carruthers with the last rock. He has the hammer playing the red stone.
Hard, right to it, right to it, right to it. Nice sweep, boys. Good sweep.
Shot, Con. Under freeze. Yeah.
Wanted it lined straight on, but obviously you come down with an intern if you're Carruthers, you can tap that red on the yellow.
D'abord, là, vous voulez quoi? 4-0-5, 4-10? Plus, j'aurais dit...
Beautiful speed control. Both teams seem to have draw weight.
Yeah. Okay. Part un peu.
0,5.
OK, reste proche. Straight, straight.
Deuxième.
On est où, le weight?
Top 4.
Yep. Hard line.
Good weight. Yeah!
Hard line. Hard pour la ligne. Toujours la ligne. Hard, hard, hard. On crash. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Bloquer le corner, au moins. OK.
Right.
Sure.
Try.
I like that shot. Even roll big, right?
I think big's the
Well, Kathy, let's start our updates with Brad Jacobs. Now out of the Glencoe Club, takes over the team, of course, of Brendan Botcher as he plays Jacob Horgan, the Canadian college champion from the Humber College Hawks.
Jacob Horgan faced 2 on his final stone, was trying to play the double and rolled across the top of one of the Jacob stones, and that is why there is one already in the house. This is a draw for 2. Needs paint.
Okay, you're on the yellow. You're good anyway. 13-6.
They've played just the one event so far. It was in Okotoks, and they lost in the quarterfinal to Michael Brunner of Switzerland, and a quick 2-0 lead.
Good judge. Good boy.
Nice roll. Reed wanted to roll right across past the guard. That's what they got.
Whoa! Whoa! Curl! Hard! Whoa! Straight! Whoa!
Whoa, straight girl. Good.
Good job. My bad, Marty. Straight, curl, straight.
Right where you didn't want it to.
Over to sheet D, and it is Owen Purcell from Halifax against Aaron Sluchinski from the Airdrie Curling Club, Airdrie, Alberta, coming off a 4-4 prior appearance.
Aaron Sluchinski made a wonderful hit and roll underneath, facing 3 on his first, and in running it back, Purcell stuffed the back one. There's a yellow biter at the back. This will be a double if it goes for 2.
Look at that, right around the edge. 2 biters go on the board for Sluchinski.
Skips deuce there.
Absolutely. Faced 3 when he sat in the hack on his first one.
Derek Samogolski.
Could get both yellows here if it gets a little more curl.
Go.
That's fine, Derek.
Okay.
He gets rid of one, unlocks it. Shot stone belongs to the to Carruthers.
C'est le run back.
Oui. Puis aller avec normal, essayer de la stick.
Ouais.
Normal?
Non, normal, c'est bon.
Aimes ça?
J'essaie juste de voir, vas-tu...
Ça va courber.
Tu veux lancer plus?
Normal, c'est good.
No discussion on the shot. The discussion is on the weight to throw for this shot.
Yeah, touch more, I think.
No discussion on the turn either.
It's like Colleen Jones. You just chart the out turn.
Yeah.
Juste normal.
Martin Kret very quickly.
Yes!
Now again. Want to run it back and stick it if they can. Like that. Just like that, and leaves it under cover.
Perfect.
Parfait pour qu'on puisse la manager.
Really good.
Bit down quasiment même. Good shot, Jim. Good shot, Jim. Good toss.
So he hasn't been playing the 4-man game since 17, that he's going to help Asselin. Kathy?
Oh, absolutely. When I heard that Felix had picked him up, I thought, what a wonderful find. First of all, wonderful to have Jam back into the game, but he's going to throw the right weight. That's what the discussion was, to make the shot like that.
Right in between.
And right in between it is.
Hey, good throw, man.
Well, the way it's Felix said, they decided to part ways with his brother after the last season, and really they didn't have anybody in mind, and it was Martin Kret who played with Menard back in the day, and he says, you know what, he may want to play. And that's as simple as it was. It was a phone call, and he cannot play all the events that they hope to play, but he said, I'm willing to give it a go.
He's
going to feature an intern here now. I like what Kathy said. Being a veteran, even though he's been away for a while, that run back, most teams throw bullets to make sure they kill the enemy rock. The idea was to hit and stay buried, and he threw a nice soft weight that controlled it and made that run back perfect.
Good shot. Sorry, Jim.
Shot.
Good toss, Jim.
It's fine.
Ah, bien glissé pareil. Hein?
Oui. Let's make these 2.
Might get lucky and get them all, right?
Two-thirds, thick 2/3.
Well, our first look at Mike McEwen out of the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon after a absolutely wonderful Brier losing to Guju in the final. And he goes against the reigning Canadian junior champion. This is Keenan Whip of the Kelowna curling, or Glencoe curling club.
Well, an opportunity here for Mike for the deuce. You can see he's already lying one. He buried on his first one. Keenan could see a good chunk of it, was trying to hit and stick right on the nose to force Mike to draw to the 4-foot with the out turn, but he rolled to the wings in the 8-foot. So this is the same path that Mike threw on his first, but he does need 4-foot to score the 2.
Got the Marsh brothers, Kevin and Dan, and Colton Flash.
That same as
Calling line, and got the little rub, little roll to the grab enough of the 4 for a couple.
Still got it.
Still got it, indeed.
I threw out a lot less. Shootout speed, 4,45.
Oui, il m'a posé la même question, mais quoi, vous pensez que je lance shootout? Puis...
Oui, shootout.
They did talk.
On a tiré des take-outs.
Felix was saying to me, Kathy, that you know they have to learn their positions, and it's still Felix's team. And I said, you know, you've got this Canadian champion now. He says, yeah, I understand, and I will pick his brain when needed. I'll ask everybody. But he does say, I have a certain strategy, and Jean-Michel has bought in as well.
Well, it's a difficult position that Jean-Michel finds himself in, is because he's always skipped, and so now he's playing third, and he knows better than anybody that as a skip, you want to control how the game is played. But I do think that interjections every now and again will be beneficial.
Vas-y pour la weight ici. Go pour la weight. On est là pour la weight. Go, 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 go.
On est top petit.
Good shot.
To sit 2, Carruthers with last rock.
Great depth there. There is no double. Reed might be able to hit and roll behind those 2 red ones, though.
Like, I'd be shocked if I couldn't make this go crazy.
Okay, I agree. Like this. I remember Derek's control I gave for the roll. I gave him.
He threw it up center almost, like just inside center.
Yeah.
But the rock
I'm
was
talking
here.
Like the amount of ice.
Yeah, okay.
Amount of ice.
Okay. I like that.
I think that's close.
Yeah, let's be cautious, right?
Yeah.
2-0 lead for Brad Jacobs as he plays Jacob Horgan, the college champion out of the Humber College Hawks, final stone.
Well, they took a good look at this. He is trying to blank, but from the hack, maybe a third tricky shot to make and roll out.
Slid a little tight. I don't know whether they can hold it out there.
No.
And we'll drive it by. So steal of 1 for Jacobs to extend the lead early.
Like the weight.
Go ahead.
Clean.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Just top.
Whoa.
I
Curl.
heard Connor, Kathy, say, I'd be shocked if I can't make this curl. So let's see if he can do it.
You got a chance. Curl. Go. Right to
Look
it.
at
Right to
Negative.
it. Right to
My
it.
gosh.
Right to it. Right to it.
Almost.
I got it.
Nice shot, Ram.
He
Over the
made,
brush,
Good shot, man.
perpendicular.
Really nice.
Really.
he knifed that and made that stone move. So effective.
Do you remember last year's final? It was a draw for all the marbles with Dunstone, and Connor had to sweep Reed's draw to the button all the way down, and he's on the left side. He scratched it all the way down, and then that forced Dunstone to go down the same path, and his didn't curl.
So that's a knifing technique. That is not about distance. That is about making that stone move over.
Good shot, man. Really nice.
Good sweep, Connor.
You heard him say, good sweep, Connor.
Very effective.
Almost.
Il touche un petit peu au 12.
OK, juste pose l'autre. OK.
Yeah, on va te la mettre à la même place.
Nice call here, too. Vic, without hammer, you tend to want to chase the enemy rock, get it out of there, but it's so difficult, so why not just do what you did on your first one, just take a little more ice, put it equidistant to the other yellow, and there is no double. And it's getting the depth right here. That's the key.
Easy, on track, là.
Whoa. Attack. Whoa.
Au fond.
Attention.
Wait, we're good.
Trepanier,
On est où, le weight?
Kret,
To the weight.
Straight.
OK. Et bonne.
We're good.
wonderful.
Good sweep, boys. Sorry, c'était un peu...
Shot.
Nice.
Good spot.
Good spot.
Oui.
Quel autre?
Ben, je t'avais mis un peu plus de balai. Juste pour pouvoir avoir un
J'ai lancé... Combien j'ai lancé?
17 plus de balai.
have it, I think.
Ah, OK.
C'est la maison thing, I guess.
Yeah. I think it's
What are you
pretty
seeing?
close. I'm seeing like dead. I'm seeing like right there.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
same
make
way.
it.
That's pretty close to perfect.
So we talked about the adjustments that somebody like Asselin has to make. Think about Reed Carruthers, Kathy. Here he is back now skipping after going to the third position with Jacobs on the team. He says he has played every position. He's even been a fifth in a Brier, an alternate. But this adjustment to go back to skipping when a third would talk more about the ice and relay things to the front end. Now he has to think more like the skip.
Well, and Reed really embraces the roles that come with the positions that you throw in. So as a third, he was really liaising well with the brushers and trying to ensure about weight and relay information to the skip. And now he has to divest himself of doing those things and really focus on leadership, being in the house, calling the game, and let that dialogue happen down the ice. It's a big switch for him, and it's been constant.
Boy, can you hold this up? Can you hold this up? Oh, he did. Samogolski.
Good throw.
Speed, bud.
They actually got a little rub off their own, caught the Asselin stone, spilled to the middle for a single to even it up here on this Thursday night. Final stone. Can you get that rock sitting edge to the 4-foot? Negavan. Get it back. Boom. Oh, how do you like that? For three to tie and force a draw to the button for the big money.
You're fine, please.
You're fine. My goodness. Who would have thought that? This is his third out-turn draw.
Line's good, a little bit of room.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And finally settles down. And Carruthers, for a second straight year, will win the PointsBet Invitational. And interesting to note, of course, that the loser, Dunstone, in the Sweep 16, well, he was upset last night by Jordan McDonald. McDonald out of the Assiniboine Memorial, the under 25 national champion. So no chance for Dunstone this year. As we welcome you back on this Thursday night, we're tied at 1. We go to the third here at Winsport Event Center, and it is Felix Asselin, who once again will have last rock, has the hammer, playing the yellow stone.
Sweep. On each shot.
Derek had a chance to run the back and keep the red one, just over curled a hair.
On est-tu dans une nouvelle track de speed? Ou
On l'a fait au premier bout, mais oui, ça va y en prendre plus. Regarde les miens, j'ai sorti super fort, puis...
0,5?
Oui.
Patient,
99.
Patient, Jeff.
On peut être patient, hein?
Patient, Jeff!
Lève, 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 lève.
Good way.
Perdu
On est où, le weight? Curl. Juste stop eight, just stop eight. Curl. Curl.
On est là.
OK. On peut-tu, yep, curl. Curl.
Jeff!
Come on, vas-y, go. Va cacher un peu, go. OK.
C'est beau, Marc. Ah, bien fini.
Drags it to the top 8, but not in behind cover.
That didn't curl as much as I thought it would,
Sure.
Ross. Is it looking a little bit straighter?
It could be, because that's not even close to where they wanted it
No.
line-wise.
And
Yeah.
his weight was good.
T'as payé quoi? 4. 4. T'es proche.
Weight's good.
Very well could be,
Weight's good.
Kathy, because we talked about as the dehumidification took over, there'd be less frost. If there's less frost, it's going to be straighter.
Hard. Yellow.
Yeah, a little bit of inside
sweep.
flip and
Great
underneath.
sweep, Connor.
Yeah,
Good boy.
great sweep.
Great throw, man.
Mike Connors had the night brushing so far.
Yeah, no kidding. Great roll.
Sorry, my first one, man.
Connor's an example of somebody who may not be massive in stature. We think about Amos Malsana, where he's 6'5", and you know he would look like his little brother if they were standing beside each other. But his technique and his strength with the pounds per square inch he can put on the broom are extremely effective.
Yes! Whoa! Yes! Whoa!
Trepanier. And it will get them both.
Oh, look at the roll, too.
Another corner to further protect that shot stone in behind, top edge of the 8-foot.
Good, Mark.
Good sweep. Good sweep, Jeff. Good shot, Mark.
There's a nice angle for the red rays right towards the camera angle, and the red could sit 2 for Carruthers.
I
But
think you probably got to play this.
no, you can't.
Okay.
2/3 to make it.
Okay.
In.
Should be really straight here.
2 choices.
Yeah.
Pick the
yeah.
yellow one out, but then you're
I
going to
think it's
see
going to be decent.
Team Asselin go right around everything. This is a shorter raise, but if you ever hit it dead on, you're going to leave the yellow one that's being raised in the paint.
Curl.
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 Curl. Whoa.
Whoa.
Straight.
Red. Watch the red.
And he'll touch them all. Look at
black
that.
cat.
How nice
Very
is that? And spills it in and sits top edge of the
Nice shot, Cat.
12.
Very, very nice.
Lucky you almost overdid that.
Good throw.
2-0. Aaron Zlaczynski leads Owen Purcell out of the Halifax Curling Club.
And Aaron is going to need some help from his friends because last time he faced 3 and he wound up creating a deuce out of it. This time he faced 3 again, tried a double, rolled across the top, getting only 1. And so Purcell already lying 2. This is a draw for 3.
Purcell, a former Canadian junior champion, under 18 champion.
14-9. Just going to overcurl button a little bit. Yeah. Job, guys. 3 cherries.
Wow.
Shot
To take the lead, scores a 3.
Still.
Nice little comeback there.
really good. Maybe a little heavy or no? I got it heavy, yeah, I agree.
Oh.
Back,
Sit down, baby.
not bad. Back 4? Yeah. Coming down.
13-8 should be hot.
Nice shot, Cat.
No brooms, big difference.
Yeah, big time. It's crazy the
Like I had a couple of draws of yours that are like 14-6, get there pretty easy with them.
So a win over Dunstone. A win over Dunstone. Can he win it? Well, if he does, he doesn't have to beat Dunstone this time with Matt eliminated last night. But the big change, of course, is back to skipping for Reed Carruthers and Caitlin Schneider. Last year, 4-4, as the BC skip joining him at the 3rd position. Caitlin still makes his home in Saskatchewan, so he's the import. He's from Edenwald, which is northeast of Regina. Learning process for them as well. You know, when you think about it, he's got to learn to read deliveries. The Reed reads delivery.
Yeah, I talk about it all the time,
bit,
but it's that important. It's just while you're trying to, you know, Catlin made a double run back just a minute ago. You have to know, Reed has to know how that thing's going to be released to be able to call the brushing. Takes a little bit of time.
Carruthers has already played a couple of events. They lost the semifinal to Jordan McDonald. No surprise there, as we saw him take out Dunstone yesterday. That was at the Saville shootout in Edmonton. And then he lost in the quarterfinal to Sixten Tutzek. Remember Sixten?
Yes.
From Germany? They lost that in Beaumont, Alberta.
I am the mother.
Meanwhile, Asselin and the team have played just once. And they lost in a semifinal to Yannick Schwaller at the Shorty Jenkins in Cornwall, the Swiss champion.
Whoa!
It's a bit of a shove there to get the rotation.
Girl! Okay.
I was saying to you, Kathy, different philosophy as well for this Asselin team. When we've talked so much just now in 1.5 days about this year in particular, all the teams chasing points. Kayla Skurlik, for example, going to play 12 events prior to Christmas. It's all about points. Have enough points to earn your spot, a spot, in the curling trials. Asselin not doing that. This is a team that's playing to win Quebec
Love it.
and go
Mine's
to the
good.
Briar. And if they play well enough, and they should get a
Still got a bit light.
invitation to the pre-trial event,
We're in.
they'll take that gladly. But there
Weight's
is
good,
no
Curl.
thought at all about the Olympics for them.
If anything,
I love
curl.
that. I think that is a reality for many teams that cannot. We heard that JM can't always play in every event. Not everyone can not work for a living. And to chase the points, you're gone all the time. You're not working full time, or you're trying to work part time and make up. And you don't always have the money. So for this team, they have set a goal for themselves, the pride of representing Quebec and going to the Briar. And you're right, if everything falls in place and they happen to win a number of things, like here, they're going to get points that might get them to the pre-trials. But it doesn't have to be all about the Olympics, even though it feels for us in curling that that's what it's become.
Clean.
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 Whoa, whoa. Clean, clean.
Up. Okay. Good.
Got it. So we'll put a blank on the board in the third, Brothers Asselin. On this Thursday night in Calgary. With a population of 1.3 million, Calgary is the largest city in Alberta and fourth largest in the country, behind Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Ottawa. As we welcome you back on this Thursday night, Winsport Event Center, Canada Olympic Park, in a 1-1 tie. And this is Jean-François Trepanier throwing the lead stones for Felix Asselin, who once again has last rock, has the hammer, playing the yellow stones after that blank. We go to the fourth in a 1-1 tie.
14-7-5.
It's close.
Vic, Kathy talked to Reed with you, of course, and mentioned that Reed was saying that he picked up
Can you
when
get
he
the
was
intern in
coaching Anderson that the frost is basically a surface frost. It's just a bit of dust. And Kathy reiterated to me that they find, and Reed just said it out loud to his team, guys, as soon as we lift the brooms, it's really slowing down. And so therefore you've got a little wiggle room. You can maybe be a back 8, don't touch it at all, it might slow down. And that you've also got the brushing where you can make a rock go maybe 4, 5, 6 feet farther. So having that awareness to keep the sticks on the ice is important.
Just that little bit of moisture on top of the surface. He likened it to playing in Beaumont. That was the event they played in recently, and it was very similar. So you learn and you go from that. But you're right, it gives you some latitude to do different things with it, Russ.
Yeah, no kidding. And you could, now it gives you a little more confidence in the hack, Kath. You can kind of throw it to the tee line by yourself, knowing it might slow down a bit. And if you happen to be a bit light, you've got the boys to brush it. Where normally you've just got one option.
OK. Si on accroche elle, c'est mieux. Normal.
Well, okay, so I'm going to ask you, because you say it's like a surface dust. In fact, if you do lift the brushes, then is it slowing down because of that surface dust?
Yeah, it's just plain friction. It's just enough there to possibly slow down. We watched that in the afternoon draw today. There was 2 or 3 real crucial draws that looked good. Brushers were happy. They got off it and it died a little bit.
Got it through, and then rolls it underneath.
Good shot, Mark.
Beautiful shot.
I mean, that was all on his own. Trepanier was there early, but
yeah,
basically, this was all by itself.
Another brilliant out turn.
Good toss.
Question why they throw out turns. That's the answer. Reed's going to go around this. I like it. I like the call a lot. That's almost a guard, that yellow one. There's lots of space. There's so much finish here.
You bet.
Okay, a little bit of room.
Top 4 right now.
Yep. You gotta go.
Weight's good.
Hard line.
Gotta go weight too.
Hard.
Weight's good.
Hard.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Hard.
Hard, buddy. Come on.
You gotta roll it off. Hard. Hard. What do you want to do?
Snyder joining Negevin, and they'll crash on their own. Push that center guard over now, even protecting it a little bit more. That shot, Rock.
I liked it.
Time for another update as we drop in on the number 14, the reigning junior champion, Keenan Whipf from the Glencoe Curling Club. against Mike McEwen, Nutana in Saskatoon.
And so tough for Keenan. Navigated a very small port on his first one, trying to pick out the shot stone. He navigated the port okay, but he didn't touch the stone. Mike wrapped again. This is a run back against 2.
And we'll run it by, and that's a steal of 2 for a 4-0 lead. A similar situation. We had a 14 seed earlier today win.
Line's good.
Line's good. Line's good.
Good. Just no way.
McNutt a winner
Straight.
over Anderson.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Curl.
Straight. Straight.
Go the way.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Curl. 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 Go, 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 go.
Talk about a guy keeping the stick on the ice, and that's Trepanier, the former hockey player, 4 years in the Quebec Junior League with Valleyfield, and then a couple of seasons in New Zealand playing for the Botany Swarm. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Non, non, mais je veux dire.
C'est quoi pareil, hein?
Take half. Good toss, your bud.
I think that's too much. A little less, please.
Martin
I think
throws
this
a
is
wee
close.
bit less rotation than most of the players, and that just came in from right field there. Got it right underneath.
Okay, Kathy, getting used to each other. Katlin Schneider said, can I have a little less?
Whoa.
And he goes, no,
Whoa.
I think this is close.
Whoa.
And I
Curl.
like that because
Whoa.
often you see
Curl.
players asking
Curl.
for more or less, and sometimes they're right.
Nice shot, Cat.
How's that? He was right.
Nice shot, bud. Great shot.
Really nice shot.
Really good. The front's gone. Your line straight up.
Great shot, bud. Great throw.
Thanks.
Really good. Shot, bud.
Thanks.
Just about made the
No,
double.
no.
I think not touching it might have been better.
Yeah. Même affaire, je pense qu'on veut un 4. Ouais.
Right around the corner. That's your own color. Get it back there. Maybe. If you can bury it, it doesn't have to be that deep, but if not, you've got to get it past that yellow.
Vas-y, vas-y un peu.
Line's good. Yep.
Line's
Whoa,
good.
whoa,
Good weight.
whoa.
Good weight.
Okay, line's good.
Yeah, little un peu.
That's plus, Jeff. Curl.
Curl.
Curl. Hard curl. Il faut qu'on curl. Hard curl.
Let it go. Let it go.
Yep, descends là,
Whoa,
descends là.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Boy,
Descends là,
staying with
descends là,
it
descends là.
is Trepanier, and
Good.
they'll drag it undercover. T-line, edge of the 8. Your time again, Kathy, as we drop in on Purcell against Sluchinski.
And no real opportunity for Aaron to get rid of both stones on his first, so he hit and stuck, and Owen hit and stuck back. There's no blank, no double. He's electing to play the nose hit rather than the draw for the single.
We saw it, Derek.
Sluchinski in a second appearance at the PointsBet, lost in the 16 a year ago. And of course is the reigning Alberta champion, went 4-4
On yellow.
at the Brier, and picks up a single to tie it.
Whoa, whoa. Clean.
Clean.
Curl, whoa.
Curl.
Clean. Curl.
Curl, curl,
Curl.
Sit. Shot.
Shot, Cat.
Okay, bud. Nice shot.
Shot the curl a little.
It's good.
Good
Good
throw.
feet.
Good job, bud. Good pair, bud.
And a blank in the third means that Brad Jacobs continues to lead Jacob Horgan, number 2 seed, leading the college champions from the Humber College
Okay,
Hawks.
sir, board. J'ai pas board.
Son essai,
C'est
il a
bon.
juste,
Went
cross
to
through.
Humber College for 1 year. Way back in the day.
And then they said, Mr. Router,
Yeah.
you can leave.
You have to leave. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, bump.
Just left enough.
Yeah.
Wonderful shot by Schneider,
Wait.
but just left
Whoa.
enough open on the wrong side. So
Yes,
this is made properly. The yellows are really separated.
Menard, what a scrub. Look at Trepanier almost backing it in.
Good.
And they'll hold it for him, and they'll sit there around the edge of the 8, sitting 2.
Oh, look at Jean-Francois. Watch how he manipulates the broom. He almost goes backwards. We saw that in Brad Thiessen a couple of years ago. That was copied from the Scottish team. He moves his body, so it's almost like he's on the other side to hold that stone out. Most people would have not got it by that top guard. Well done.
You know, listen, the there's many techniques, right? It's like golf. How many different golf swings are there? When you watch Connor Negevin, though, Kathy, and how up and down he gets,
Yes.
you wonder if, in fact, what Trepanier could do if he got up on top. I don't know. I'm just suggesting to you if Negevin can do so much, a much slighter frame, what do you think Trepanier could do?
Well, there are so many techniques, and JF actually is closer or lower on the broom than he used to be. He was more upright, and he was doing most of the motion with his upper arms and his shoulders. But everybody's got their own techniques.
And in that case, Kath, he was on the wrong side, so he was.
Yes,
everybody's push stroke is much more powerful than the pull, and he was trying to make his pull stroke more powerful because he was stuck on the wrong side.
No, I know. We've thrown it a couple times, though, right?
We've thrown it once.
Yeah.
You
can throw it hard.
like this.
Yeah, you can throw peel at it.
You like it?
Derek's saying we've thrown it a couple times. No,
Like if you
we
throw
just
peel,
thrown
it's
it
pretty
once.
natural if you're anywhere high for this to be rolling into here.
Yeah, it might, eh? Okay, I'm fine
Like
with that.
it might go a little low, but
I
the
guess if I
the problem is if you stuff it and you roll to here, that's real bad.
Yeah.
This would be the problem is,
Well,
I don't hate it, but you're doing
I
this
can't-
and stuff it, right?
I can't stuff it and roll there. Not with peel.
Or
No.
roll out and then
Yeah.
he's going under here.
Yeah, that's okay. Let's play this shot.
We can make it,
Let's
though.
play
We can
the
make
shot.
it good. Okay,
Play
but
the-
let's talk
This
about
is
what
the
are we
tougher
actually
of the
trying to
two
do?
shots,
Make
but
it
a
right
better
now?
result
Okay.
if he makes it. If he plays the
throw peel?
out turn and just hits and stays, then Asselin will be sitting
we need to hit
two.
about
Reed's only got one left, so they're going to try to clean this up right now. Almost dead on makes this.
What kind of weight, Ram?
2/3.
Peel?
Yeah.
Okay, bud.
A little bit of air, Cat.
what?
A little more.
Good toss, bud. You got it, Ram.
Whoa.
Whoa,
Close. Curl all day.
Pete Carruthers
Curl,
first.
you gotta
Skip
curl.
Stones
Hard.
here in 4.
Good shot.
That was the way to miss it. You wouldn't want to come right up to the nose and flash it.
Good shot, buddy. Shot, Ram. That's good.
Ah.
On va l'essayer.
Bumper nose?
Oui.
Ben, sinon, c'est là.
Si on fait ça,
I'm not going to take tight ice.
Yeah, no, I agree, but non, c'est bon ça.
Je pense que c'est nose. Ah, il est mince, là.
Attends, même à la
Il est
limite
mince
là.
dans les deux bords.
Juste rouler.
Moi, je trouve qu'il est au maximum de son plus mince à droite nose.
Non, t'as raison, t'as raison, t'as raison.
Bon,
Oui,
Nose hit.
je pense de là.
c'est bon.
Now, they were looking at some kind of roll, were they not, in behind the
They were. And
Nose.
that's, part of the
So what
discussion,
last corner
considering
is
your different
the,
options, but they've elected to just play the nose.
Même si on roule d'une pierre vers ici, c'est pas
Je pense que le
dramatique.
double le plus mince des deux bords, c'est dead nose.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Mais de ton bord, ça le fait
If
aussi.
they do hit
Ben,
it
ça
on the
fait jouer
nose,
l'autre.
is there a double, you think,
Il est
available?
mince.
Well, in theory, but it would be so risky. Reed would have to hit maybe a 1/4 inch at the top one, and that, brings in a 3 possibility. I think that's smart to nose it for that reason. If they roll a foot or so towards Menard's broom, then the double becomes slightly easier.
Hop! Whoa, Martin! Mark, curl! Curl!
Girl!
Whoop!
Girl!
Curl!
Trying to help it over. Want to sit right there.
Clean, clean, clean.
And great brush. Nice brush by Martin Carret.
Shot. Good toss. Just- What is that?
And now he's out looking at that double.
Yeah, it's your
Like,
only
obviously
choice
it's
to
in
get out of
quarter,
this
but-
mess. It's just
Quarter probably
thin.
still touches it. Yep.
Give me right there, buddy.
Yeah, love that. Let's make it, Ram.
What are the chances of even missing this altogether?
Well, if it wasn't Reed Carruthers, I'd say a decent chance, maybe 15-20%. But the top teams, they know how to miss, and I would be surprised. But
Intern.
human error. He's trying to hit 2 inches of this thing, so stranger things have happened. That was the smart part about Team Asselin hitting it dead on. If he had rolled another foot, this double became easier.
Pete Carruthers and his final stone here in 4.
Yeah,
Thin, thin, and then come across. Here we go. Got it. Got it. Oh, how nice. How nice is that? Reed Carruthers.
Thanks.
How about Ram? Great shot, Rama.
Boy, oh boy, how good's that?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Rama.
Yeah.
You know, Reed, you know,
Great toss, dude.
first started watching Reed when he won the Worlds with Jeff Stoughton at second, Kathy, and he had the Manitoba Tuck back then.
Yes.
And he looks, because of watching that, he looks a little more awkward to me, and you get in your head, well, we know he's a good finesse player. Can he hit? Yes, he can.
Oh, he did so much work that year after his knee surgery and was forced to go flat foot, but he may sometimes not look that solid, but he certainly is.
Yeah, 100%.
What a great shot by Reed Carruthers. A double to get himself out of trouble. One other blank on the board. We're tied at 1. Well, they are probably still, you can see, smiling. Allison McNutt and her team from the Halifax Curling Club, Maria Fitzgerald, Allison Umla, and Gracie McCusker. Yeah, they picked up the biggest upset as they take out the 4-time Canadian champion earlier today, Carrie Anderson, 8-6. So they're through, and a date with now Kate Cameron in the Elite 8. Rachel Holman has advanced. She might expect Chelsea Carey also a winner today. And Carey, of course, with Jennifer Jones' team now. Yeah. To play another day.
Well, and what a great training experience. These are teams that will go away to the Worlds in April of this year in Cortina. It's always a World Juniors there before the Olympics. It's when they test out things. And so a great year ahead, and what a great way to start.
The reigning Canadian junior, the under-20 champions from the Halifax Curling Club. And all 4 of them are university students, so having to manage their schooling and the game. You never had to do that, did you?
No.
Ils sont tous rouges au centre.
I was going to say I went to Georgian College for 2 years.
Oh, well, there you go.
Just to upstage you.
Yeah.
Moins que ça.
Won't give you the results, but
I remember Ray Turnbull used to always say, look at me on TV, grade 10, no French.
He used to say his degree was GTNF, and it stood for grade 10, no French.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa.
It's a curl up another inch.
Martin Kret. And now will it have enough to spill it all the way through? Go. And go, gone.
Good throw.
Belle glissade de début de saison.
Loves the game. Huh?
Oh, yes.
Really, you just see it. My gosh.
Can I throw firm at this, or is that dumb?
I like normal. Let's try to stick it, but that. Yeah. Heavy.
Yep.
Heavy, really heavy.
Yep.
Gotta go.
Derek Samagalski.
Come on. Still go.
And negative again on that brush. And, oh my, just runs it by. Shooter hangs on. Shot rock still, though, belongs to Asselin.
I don't see Derek, runbacks are not easy, but you don't see Derek miss too many of those, and that roll, too, because now a nose hit gives some separation to Team Asselin.
Just like we've thrown so many of those normals.
I don't have to stick it. I gotta just throw this. It's a blank. Yep.
Good boy.
Yep.
Martin Kret. And again, there you go, Trepanier. Backing it in.
Yep.
And now, can they hold it on the edge? Ooh. Not sure. Have a look. Reed Carruthers.
My bad.
Nope.
C'est quasiment mieux. Dans un sens. Quasiment faire le coup si jamais il y a un roll-out. Il y avait un double si jamais.
Which good?
Clean.
Whoa. Whoa,
Clean.
curl,
Clean.
curl, clean.
Clean.
So Nagalski picking up Schneider's stone.
Good throw.
Thanks.
Shot.
We don't want it anywhere over there.
No.
If anything, like,
no.
we need to be
Good
sweeping
throw,
that
bud.
and rolling
Yeah,
it.
good shot.
Hein?
On peut rouler vers là.
Schneider's out there is at some point you might see
On peut.
Yeah.
Team Asselin hit behind the
Okay.
corner. It's the only way you're going to get an error, so to keep it, stay away from it.
Ça prend le contrôle.
I think I give it a try here, Kathy. They originally called just hit and stay, but there's a soften the weight, trying to use your brusher to get the right angle roll behind or partly behind that yellow.
Absolutely.
Again, the best way to do that would be with an intern.
Remember now, Kathy, you're paid by the word, so absolutely isn't worth very much to you.
Pretty big word.
Well, the last time I used a lot of words, you sent me a text and said enough.
I had the right idea, just couldn't slide it over. Okay, remember now, it's all about the money. Update, Horgan and Jacobs.
It has been nothing but trouble for Jacob Horgan and his team. They cannot play the draw because there's a corner guard in his way. And so he's electing to play a soft weight hit, trying to jiggle off two and actually scooch forward into the forefoot. He is facing 4.
Right down.
I mean, Jacob comes from that wonderful Horgan curling family in Northern Ontario. Has 7 Northern Ontario titles to his credit with his brother, but in trouble.
And just gave up another 2.
Yeah.
Good vers moi.
Yep.
Good weight. Yep, Jim.
Hard. Really hard. Hard. Hard.
All right.
Boy,
OK, pas de trouble.
Trouble à Jim.
crossed over and rolled the other way.
Pas de trouble à Jim.
Another team that's been in a lot of trouble so far is Keenan Whip from the Glencoe Club, the reigning Canadian junior champion.
Well, and it's a combination of being in trouble, but the credit needs to go to Mike McEwen and his team. They are making things very difficult for Keenan, but an opportunity here for an open shot. He is facing 3, but a nose hit will do for the single.
You're good, you're good.
And that will do it to get on the board. A single for the Canadian junior champion.
Clean, whoa.
Clean. Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
yep,
Hard. Any really got.
yep.
Skip Stones, Reed Carruthers.
Good.
Keeping it to the left side of the sheet, staying away from that corner.
Shot, Rama.
So if I roll, I don't know if there's ever a spot where he can go.
Bombe sur le nez.
Yeah.
On ne laissera pas parce qu'il a roulé out. c'est pas
Non,
bon.
non, je comprends. Pas le call. All right, just board.
Yeah.
Go away.
Clean.
Clean.
Board, just board.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
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 Yep, 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 yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Juste une minute. Perfect. Contrôle. Good shot.
C'est trop fort.
10,5, c'est contrôle.
Might as well go at it a little bit.
No, let's nose it. We roll too far, we leave the run and roll.
Good toss, Rama.
And that's part of the learning back and forth. Catlin's always been very decisive. And don't forget that last year he came from skipping where you call the shots, but Reed very much embraces the leadership role.
And I love what Reed's saying, Kath, because if he tries to hit roll, rolls a hair too far, there's a raise roll in for 2.
Shot.
And he gave them the reason. He said no because,
Yeah, I know.
which I think is great. He didn't just say no, I don't want to.
Right, right, yeah.
Felix Asselin,
like
his partner is a Quebec champion, and Laurie Saint-Georges. And there's another team that made some changes. They added Jamie Sinclair last year, and they also picked up Lisa Weigel, if they not.
That's right.
And Lisa Weigel now is throwing the lead stones, so they'll.
That's a great find, also.
Hey, whoa!
Asselin won the Canadian Mixed Championship. Playing with Laurie. And away it goes. So up and down the ice. And we're stuck at ones. 3 straight blanks. We go to the break. Tied at 1.
The 2024 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Scotties, Canada's #1 facial tissue brand. By BKT Tires, growing together. And by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
And you look for Felix Asselin with the addition of the Brier winner of 06 and world silver medalist Jean-Michel Menard in a 1-1 tie here on this Thursday night as we complete the round of 16, the sweep 16, and right now out curling. Carruthers out curling Asselin at all positions, but is still tied at 1. The numbers after 5 are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. Carruthers also having to deal with changes in his team, and the addition of Caitlin Schneider. Thursday night, PointsBet Invitation. The setting sun here in Calgary on this Thursday night as we welcome you back. The start of a season of champions. Here for 5 days. Lots of chances. And who just photobombed that? Ben Hebert. So his he coaches baseball, and they're here watching. His team is watching him, so time for a picture with the coach as we get you caught up in the other scores, Kathy.
Well, it has been 2 very lopsided games. Mike McEwen just taking 4 in the 5th end, and for Keenan Whiff, just nothing working his way. Jacob Horgan, used to playing a different position, is at the helm tonight, and he is in a lot of trouble against a very sharp Brad Jacobs. The Owen Purcell-Suchinski game is very precision by the Nova Scotia team. Owen and his crew and Suchinski has been chasing, but he's keeping it close. There's still a chance.
We're tied at 1 here at Winsport Event Center. And again, it is 3 straight blanks, means that Felix Asselin once again has the last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. Lots to get behind if they can. Second lead stone by Jean-Francois Trepanier. And around he goes, and he will stop it at the side of the pin.
3 rocks out front now, just a little unusual that second red didn't get very far. There's going to be some fireworks here, Beck. They're going to pile them on here. Carruthers right in front. And he's got a couple of raises if this is made well. Getting this close to the yellow and lined up is the secret.
Right now.
Line's good.
You've got half of it, and then you can't really raise it.
Line's close.
We can wait a bit.
Little bit.
We're there. We're a little heavy right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
It's really gliding.
Okay, knife.
T-line.
Nice.
Go around it. Line.
Okay, there.
Okay, tough one, man.
And around it they go and go deep.
13-5.
Yeah.
Center line, back 8.
Okay, but what did, like 13 and a half? Well, what did you think when I threw it? I thought it was close.
I thought it was close too, yeah.
I thought it would
Slid
stop
really
a little
well.
bit for you. Je pense qu'on veut 4-10.
So somebody watching might wonder, Russ, how you can be fooled. They thought it was good out of his hand. Was it just the patch of ice? Did it just run on them and it surprised them?
Yeah, it can be all kinds of things, but chances are they give it that mop in the fifth end break. The other thing that happens that some of the ice makers are very adamant about is they'll come out after 5 and they'll sprinkle a little bit of pebble in the slide path, maybe from the back of the forefoot as we're looking back to the hack. So then Derek, when he goes to kick out, it's a muscle memory thing. He's kicking out a fresh pebble, he'll glide a little farther. There's less friction. And call it 7 mile an hour kick. All of a sudden it's 7.5 miles an hour because he's not slowing down like he used to.
And there again, there's an example. Martin Crête, he goes a little deep too.
It's a double whammy. They warm it up by running the 6-foot chamois over it, and then you've got that little fresh pebble.
T-line.
Room.
Okay. Heavy.
Pebble will slow a curling rock down, but it doesn't affect those stainless steel sliders.
Dig that over.
It's got to be hot. 13.6.
Yep.
Line.
So hot again.
Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
Okay.
On est encore shot.
Okay, bro.
I know, Kathy, we talk about it all the time. It's surprising how many teams still at the highest level get caught after the fifth end break.
We saw it this afternoon, and we're seeing it tonight. Plus, I think that for Derek, too, you don't want to be light, and you forget about the speed, and next thing you know, you're in the back.
Yep. I think maybe back to what Reed said, too, but it's kind of a surfaced dusting of frost. So therefore, the chamois would make a bigger difference. If it was a heavy frost, it wouldn't be that quick.
Martin Crête. Trepanier picks him up, pivots around.
Hard!
Now, here they come. Everybody joining in.
OK.
Parfait, ça.
On peut piler après ça.
Point of drag to the top edge of the fourth. Didn't think it had a chance.
In turn, tiny cross.
Sliver cross, yeah.
Okay.
Take your time, Cap.
Cross meaning cross the nose. Instead of hitting this red one at 12, they want to hit it at 11:30 and just change that angle a little bit. Not much, though. Dead on is extremely close. Big shot here.
Catlin Schneider. Right out of his hand. Picked up right away. Samogolski staying with it all the way. Can you cross the nose and run it back? Oh, he did, and crossed it too much and drives it by.
Okay. He still has it. It's okay.
You might just sliver it. Be nice.
It's all good, bud. You're good. Here.
C'est juste l'angle des jaunes avec le fait que n'importe quoi qui tire une bine là-dessus, c'est
d'accord avec
elle.
toi. Je pense que j'aime ce que tu dis, ça. Si j'ai le bon
Même si
wake
tu fais
back
ça.
8, je m'en vais frapper à rouge.
Ouais, mais là, on lance pas un
Non, mais si tu veux que je roule là, je roulerai back 8.
Oh oui, oh oui. Je veux juste dire que même
James
sur le
talking
nez,
about the
en
option
fait
of
ça.
moving the red stone. Felix likes the idea of tapping the yellows around a little bit. Just create the opening. Don't forget it is Felix Asselin that does have last rock. Create an opening to get to that red stone. You can get rid of it. There could be multiple points at play.
So who's won the argument?
Back 8, ça veut dire.
Well, they were
the
pretty mostly
Back eight,
Felix.
Back eight.
You could even come down with the outturn and freeze one in there because
Même sur le nez, c'est bon.
it's hard to get that red one to go very far because of the backing.
Good weight. D-line back cap.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Wooling.
Holding.
Curl.
Now trying to help it over. Here we go.
Curl.
Trepanier. Crête joins him,
Straight.
holding it up
What?
now.
Curl. OK.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, not ideal.
Ouais, mais c'est pas méchant, là. Il roule out, là.
C'est pas bon. C'est curl tout le long? Ah oui, c'est curl tout le long.
2/3.
Yeah.
Same throw, same shot.
You want to go in?
Well, I just seen it.
Okay, so you got to cross pretty good.
Yeah, even
Little thinner than 2/3.
Sure.
thick half.
Oh, aim for
All three can go here. This is the hardest one to get out. Little high side, virtually on the center line with steam.
little wobble.
Yep.
Schneider, his last.
Yep.
Again, got to cross it over. Samagalski late licks. How many going to get here? 1, 2, bang.
Go, Reed. Go.
That one.
Is only getting rid of one.
Good shot.
And
Good throw,
they
Cat.
are third and fourth shots at the moment.
It's a good shot.
But is there a red double there?
Well, if one gets out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. There definitely is.
You just have to throw a missile.
Yeah.
Because then there's two.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
The line wasn't far off. You just had to throw that even harder.
Rocks are just dead.
All three stay. Wow.
I'm surprised the top one.
Oh, je comprends.
It was just
Pense
that
ça vaut la peine, tu viens
the
d'avoir
first one they
ça,
were
là.
raising was across the face, and that means the second one doesn't have as much steam
Même
in
si
it.
tu noses, mettons là, qu'on fait ça. Et on est là. Où on essaie de la passer dans le trou. Faut trouver un double qui gamme pas, puis on est. Tu sais, c'est elle notre deuxième là.
Ouais, même si on enlève elle, dans le fond, c'est pas si pire que ça.
Ouais, c'est sûr que j'aimerais ça pas la
Non, je
stick
sais.
là, parce que là c'est 2 fois sur elle. Là.
Ouais.
Mais c'est
For
sûr que
the
tu prends
double, you
la
want to worry about where it jams, where it goes.
Lui, il frappe, il roule là. T'as le double après.
Vraiment pas qu'il se trompe là. Tu sais, on est proche de 3-4 là.
Aimez-vous ça ici?
Aimez-vous ça frapper elle à la place?
Donc lui, après ça, s'il décide qu'il s'en vient mettre une belle freeze là, notre bouille est mort.
C'est wide open. Vas-y, mais.
Vas-y, hey, viens pas ici là. J'ai pocket double, on l'aille 5.
OK, veux-tu faire ça?
They're looking at multiple
Fais ça ici,
points.
c'est
This is
pourri,
what the
lui,
call
après
is
ça,
all
il s'en vient
about.
en go freeze.
Pas si pire. Encore le
Well,
double
they've
avec
got
l'autre.
the
Ouais.
third, fourth,
Ah,
and
on
fifth
va
shots at
avec
the
l'autre,
moment.
exact.
They do.
Il n'y a pas de guard, fait que ça me dérange pas de jouer un peu plus.
Celle-là?
Je pense, parce qu'elle, je vois rien de bon avec. Tu sais, on pourrait faire ça, mais ramasser
je sais.
elle.
The problem with the double is that the yellow's in the back. You can get catchers and then wind up
Yeah.
jamming it.
It's hard to get the shot rock out of play unless you pick it towards the camera, and then you only get one
J'ai pas le
out.
goût de voir ce rush-là curler trop. Hey, même si tu fais ça, là, tic-tic, on l'aille 3, là.
Well, even the tick-tick, I mean, it works, but it's pretty hard to call the tick-tick.
Normal, je pense?
Yes. I like it though, Kathy, in some respect, because if you miss the tick-tick, you hit the back one and stay, and then it's 4 against 1.
Normal.
This is Jean-Michel's call to play the nose hit on this one. So
Yeah.
this is not the double attempt. This is the nose.
I like it. I like it a lot. It's still early enough, and that's a lonely red. Oh. Recovers.
Whoa! Yes!
Yeah, Martz.
Push it, Abel.
Martin Carruthers.
Hard! Hard! Whoa, whoa!
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wow, what a recovery.
Beau guetteur.
What a shot, Jimmy Puma.
Bien, bien.
Aïe, aïe, aïe.
Good shot. Qu'est-ce qui
Tell
t'est
me to
arrivé?
translate that, Vic. Yeah.
C'était pas ma meilleure glissade, là.
OK, c'était pas à cause que ça piquait.
Nice play, Kathy, because
Okay.
sure, there's still a red one in there, but where does Reed go now? He wants to keep the reds separated.
Could probably just hit and roll on top and kill these two.
Just draw, out turn, draw. Takes away all three of those yellow, and then he has to make a play.
Great call.
Can you guys get the stuff by the S? There's a.
Like, if you just lob it in there, right, you got to be buried enough you can't chase it. And then, like, we should get out of here giving them 2.
That
Yeah,
works.
that's a good shot.
That's the shot, yeah. I think, boys.
Great call.
Speed should be good here too, Kat.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think so.
It'll be good. Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're all trained to kind of get the shot or the closest one. Where do you go? Like even if Reed makes the
once we
perfect
get
shot
tighter,
and
we'll
rolls
go a
here
little bit. More than here.
like
Right?
that, now there's a double, a very easy double for this caliber of team through all these ports to sit $1 million. By getting this in here, yes,
Full 8, bite the 4.
that one's still available, but because that rock is dead buried, if Reed can make this, it eliminates all these side rocks.
14-7-5.
what is it?
14-7-5.
Well, it changes the focus of attention for Asselin, right?
True.
He just now has to. I'd love to play at the back, but now I have to go and get you over here.
Yep. Yeah. You tend to think defensively when you don't have hammer, but this is a wonderful call. Bury it for third shot.
Okay, lots of room. Too much room.
Okay, I got too much weight.
No, weight's cold.
Line's okay.
Line's okay now. Clean.
I got you.
Line's good.
Line's good. Where
Top
are we?
8.
Still lots of room.
Whoa.
Can't yet.
Whoa.
Weight's
Where are
good.
we?
Top 8.
Bite the
Gotta
4.
Has to curl.
Gotta curl. Gotta curl and everything.
Hard.
Hard, boys. Hard.
Samagalski and negative.
Keep going.
Wanted to bury this. It's got to move a little bit more. Tuck something behind. Oh, gosh. Did you see that finish?
Yes.
Wow.
Really good. Really good shot. So at this point in time, there's not much time left. He's eliminated 3 rocks with that.
Yeah, just kind of spun, popped it.
Yeah, I just got a hair pass me.
Watch this late finish.
Both guys, I love the brushing. Both these guys, they're both on the same side now, getting maximum curve.
And then right there.
Hey, good street, Ram.
Good job. It's not an easy chase.
D'accord. Ah, ça, c'est golden, ça, hein? OK.
Tu penses de là comme glace?
They're going to go for the gusto here because if you try to hit the back red, the shot rock, where do you hit it? It's so hard to get it out of play without losing a few yellow. So the perfect result here is get as much of this red one that's almost buried, soft weight, try to get it out of the rings, roll towards the other red, and then they're in business. This is an extremely tough shot. Only see a couple inches, Kathy, I think.
I can't imagine this looks very good from the hack.
Oh, and because you're hitting it thin, no matter how well you throw it, that red's got to travel a long way. To bring all those yellows into play, you got to kick that out 8 feet.
Felix Asselin and his first.
Whoa, brush. Whoa.
Oh, that's at least hack weight.
And now can you help this over? Trepanier really got to work. Can you catch this enough? Get it over there. Oh, and he'll touch it. Use the catcher and then spin to the edge of the 8 foot. And so it appears at the moment just sitting the one is Asselin. The center line, back 4.
Very, very fortunate. That wasn't quite the shot. They wanted to hit a little more of it, kill the red one. Then they realized it wasn't going to get the red one out. They'd redirect their shooter and got the shot rock, which allows them to be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. But I think with firm weight, this has gone for fun. That's gone for fun. If Reed gets the angle right,
Thick
he will be sitting 3.
Little less. Yeah, right there.
Should curl out here a little bit.
Has to go for these because they're at least one of those is closer than the red on the right.
Yes. Might even be both.
Yeah, so they could be. Yeah, so if he went for the shot rock rolled out, it'd be a hit for 3 or something. So this you have to play the triple. Luckily for Team Carruthers, it's there. Little overthrow on that last one, just by a smidgen. So we talked about, I kind of picked on Jean-Michel Menard on throwing the wrong turn on a couple of hits. This is the right turn, Vic, because it's an in turn. It gives Reed the gear effect. This will spin. He throws it well. The shooter will spin like crazy.
Final stone for Carruthers. How many can he make this appear? Bang, come across, and move it back, and he'll move it back. It looks like far enough that it's Carruthers sitting 1, 2, and 3.
What a turnaround.
Oh, no kidding.
Felix talked at one point, if Reed did not play that draw and he didn't hit the stone properly, they were thinking 5 was on the table for Quebec, and it was.
Yeah, no kidding. just brilliant. Great strategy by Carruthers on the first one. But he hit that a lot thicker than he wanted to, but he had the spin turn, the high side turn that gave him that little kick.
So now hitting for a single. Final stone, Felix Asselin.
Yep.
Kretz.
Straight. Whoa. Curl.
Trepanier.
Clean.
Straight.
And good. Sure is. But it would have been even better had they scored that 5 they thought about. What a turnaround. Reed Carruthers, 2-1. Asselin. Reed Carruthers has to be feeling a little better about himself or the team and where they are, just down 2-1 now. Made a wonderful shot here to get on.
Did he ever set it up with his first one to sink it and makes the trouble with the appropriate turn? Just kicks it far enough, a foot short. He still gives up a couple. Well brushed.
Good shot.
Great shot.
To sit the 3 and leave Asselin with nothing else but a hit and stick on the button for a single. As we welcome you back on this Thursday night, Winsport Event Center, to conclude day 2 of our covers, PointsBet Invitational, the Sweep 16. We're down to the Elite 8 on the women's side. We have 4 of the 8 on the men's side.
Yep.
As we now go to the 7th. And it's been a while for Carruthers having the last rock. Last time was in the 2nd. He has it again here in 7, playing the Redstones.
Okay.
I mentioned it at the time, but I love the call by Reed on this first one. It's actually the front end that Connor actually drew it up. But you just, when there's 4 or 5 in there against you, you don't have a hammer, you just tend to panic. You want to throw something hard, peel out 2 or 3 of them, and limit the damage. By playing an aggressive shot, going around the guard, that eliminated 3 yellow, just like that. Then they were fortunate to have the triple lined up, and Reed made 0 mistake.
Hard, buddy.
Curl. 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 Gotta go.
And they can't hold the shooter. It'll spill. So center line guard to work with for Asselin without last rock.
Full 8. Full 8, c'est les best spots.
Non, t'es à 97. Ouais, mais ma deuxième, j'ai lancé 4-13, j'ai bâti le 4. 4-10. Combien, GM?
0-1. Mais il n'était pas positif.
On est là.
Il n'était pas positif sur release.
La ligne est bonne.
Straight. Hard line.
Touche à peine le rond.
Hard.
GM, en bas, GM!
Hard. Il faut passer, là. Go.
Oh.
Sorry, Jeff.
All good. OK.
Mais juste, n'était pas positif sur release.
Hey,
half.
Okay.
Half, 2/3, both are gone. You won't see much at all. No,
I've
nothing
seen
down the
Reed
middle.
Carruthers in this event twice pull out some magic late in games, and you can see what he's up to here. Try to get the blank. 2 hammers to 1.
Curl.
If nobody steals.
Curl.
Kathleen Schneider, Semigalski Stone, and we'll get 1 only as it spills in the top 8.
Like that one back.
Il met égal, c'est top 4 way.
Vector top 4. Dans le centre de même. On était dans les glides.
Been a while since we've been here with Owen Purcell out of Halifax, leading Aaron Sluchinski from Airdrie.
Well, for 2 consecutive ends, Owen Purcell has been really deep, as in back 12 foot on a draw, and that's taken pressure off Aaron Sluchinski, who drew into lie 2 on his final. Purcell tried the double, managed to move 1 far enough that he's second shot. So this is a draw for 2, already lying 1. But for Sluchinski, he does need some of the 4 foot.
And only his 2nd draw of the game.
You see Kyle Deering, the new member of the team, throws second, but is in the house to call line.
Go. Good. Nice.
Deering comes in to replace Kerr Drummond with the team a year ago, and Drummond now has joined Thomas Scoffin in Yukon.
Yeah.
Clean. White.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
Clean.
Yes.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Stay close. Yep.
Rolling it closer and closer. And closer.
Good throw, bud.
It pays dividends. Again, smart weight choice.
Control.
Kept it in play, and you get it over. Now you can't. You'd love to roll way left as we're looking at it, Vic, but you can't. You're going to jam it. So you have to keep the yellows grouped together. Give Schneider a chance to make a double on his next one.
Eight to 1. Mike McEwen leads Kenan Whip from Glencoe Club here in Calgary.
And just keeps applying pressure and pressure. It is against 3. And Kenan is electing to play the hit. It is an open stone, but does need to nose.
Clean. Yep. Yep. Right up. You're good. One red. 3/4 low, yeah.
The reigning Canadian junior champion.
Whoa.
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 Girl.
Clean.
Whoa. Line.
Clean.
Yep.
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 Whoa. Whoa.
Yep.
Clean.
Yes.
Shot.
Got him.
Call Reed.
Yeah.
The first one, rolling it close enough.
Rolls, bud. Great pair, bud.
And then the second one, he makes the double.
Yeah, so true. And he made the second one easier because of that first one. Just two good throws. Well played game by Schneider, and they're obviously on the same page with the broom.
Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Thanks. Okay, so a couple normals here for you?
Yeah.
Or one normal, I guess?
Yeah,
That might
one
be-
normal.
Kathy, when we were talking with Reed, and he said, you know, the things that they have to work out. And he said it's the deliveries. So explain to those who don't know what kind of things Carruthers then has to look at. What's he trying to get familiar with?
Well, certainly just the fact that Catlin's going to be coming at him, what does his release look like? But not does it, and does it always look the same? When he throws a wider out turn, does he pop it out a little bit? On his in turn, does he tend to scooch by the line? Everybody has a spot in the ice that they don't throw it as pure as everywhere else. And it takes time to figure those out. Sometimes players know what they are, but for Reed, he has to know what they are, and he has to remember what they are as well.
What are you throwing, normal?
Yeah, that's good.
And the goal is on every team that everyone throws the same, looks the same.
That would be the plan, but it's, you know, there's 4 humans out there, and it's very, very, very rare. And I'm kind of a strong believer, Kathy, of helping your opponent or your players out with moving the broom a little bit.
I'm same page, 100%.
Yeah, it's free to move the broom.
Yeah, it's about making the shot,
Yeah.
not always looking the same. And if you have somebody on your team that throws from a different hack, you're not going to throw the same.
No, exactly.
So the plan working so far for Reed Carruthers, looking to get the blank and then take the hammer to the even 8th.
I've seen everything in and out, so.
Let's go. Ça vient quel way?
Contrôle. J'ai coupé sa glace là, pour avoir une meilleure chance de rouler.
Good weight.
Yep.
Up, upper.
Yep.
Up, upper.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard.
C'est normal.
Okay. You got it, bud.
So make it go away.
Good shot.
Reed Carruthers.
In turn.
Which turn?
Ouais. Là, 8e bout,
Doing double duty here again. Earlier today with coaching Kerry Anderson.
Yep.
Clean.
Hard. Right to it.
Yep.
Right to it. Keep going.
Yep.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Should be okay. Good.
Should be okay, and it is okay. Away it goes. So a blank on the board, all important. We'll go to 8. 2-1. Asselin, last rock for others. Narrowing the men's field down to the Elite 8. 4 games on the ice. The 2-time defending champion beat Carruthers, trailing 2-1. But he has the last rock, has the hammer playing the Redstones here in this 8. Slight mistake, though, initially out of the with the first stone of
Line's perfect.
Carruthers' lead.
Just go a little bit for weight.
Connor
We're good.
Negevin as he
Yeah,
put
I
it in
agree.
the
I
rings.
agree. Get to
Good
that
shot.
broom.
Nice.
Nah, good spot. Good sweep, guys.
That is nuts.
Luckily, with the 5 rock roll, you get a second try at it.
Now I think we got
On n'avait pas eu 4-15, fait qu'on veut que 4-20, 4-25 pour le guard.
12. OK, un peu up, Jeff.
Martin Kretz, second intern of the game.
2-3.
13 out turns.
Curl.
Girl!
Curl. Whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Whoa. Whoa.
Straight sketch
Whoa,
out.
whoa, 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 jusqu'à l'arrêt, c'est bon. Good.
No problem.
Shot.
Runner's pretty good.
Does make you wonder
Out turn
why
here, high.
Okay.
players are so afraid of it.
Yeah.
Playing the other turn if you have a favorite, right? Doesn't make sense.
Not much here, right, Cat?
No, for sure.
Great where you throw it, bud. Throw it good.
Straight back, just any angle, hair high, hair low, you get that backward.
Yep.
Close.
Yep.
Hard, hard. You got it. Go,
Samardolski.
go, 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 go.
Yep. Red,
Here we go.
red,
1,
red.
2,
Good shot.
and away they go.
Good boy, Sammer.
That's more like it. He's missed a couple of those, which is unusual. Good throw.
Real good.
Yeah. Shot, Derek.
Sweet.
What a weapon, Vic, eh, to be that accurate with that kind of speed. It just makes those rocks fly a little easier.
Whoa.
Good way.
Okay,
Non,
patient.
Mathieu.
Hands good.
Ça va
Yep,
glisser,
yep.
ça.
Yes!
Another one.
Hard line! Leader, leader! Hard, Jeff! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Go, go, full ball, see.
He's making you a liar,
Go,
huh?
go, go, go.
Yeah.
Oh dear, got it by.
Avec la petite liche, c'est bon.
Big deep breath in.
Ouais, mais là, j'étais offline.
Okay, Kathy, let's update the game between Jacob Horgan, Humber College Hawks, and Brad Jacobs.
Well, it's the first time Brad Jacobs is in a little bit of trouble and having to make a good shot. Horgan guarded on both of his. It is his shot stone on the lid. Brad Jacobs removed it on his first, and Jacob Horgan replaced it. So this is the getting the outside of that guard, trying to drive it onto the stone for two.
Okay, angle raise. Here we go. Bang. Coming across off the back and right through. And look at that. Horgan is going to steal a single.
Ah, good try, Brad.
Sorry, guys.
Try, Brad.
Bad luck on yours, Mark.
Jacobs to that point throwing a 98% game.
Close on that one, too. That was a really
Tantôt,
tough
ça commence
shot.
à être straight, là, ici.
C'est un peu trop de glace, je pense, Félix.
OK.
Encore. OK.
Je suis d'accord.
Yep.
Yep. Push, Mike. Well, aïe, tu l'as. Aïe, tu l'as, Marty. Push.
Martin Kretz. Here comes Trepanier. Here comes Carruthers. Just in case it crashed, and it does not. And out the back it goes.
Boy, they've scared that guard twice.
That didn't look good early.
Good sweep.
Very nice.
Je voulais juste la...
On dit ça parce que tantôt, ils ont
Un peu
fait
plus. Pas donné chance. Ouais. Un matin, je passais à l'autre bord.
Does he tuck a piece in behind the guard?
Don't think so. Yeah, maybe here, Vic.
he curved.
Oui, mes gars.
Nice to have a pinch, Les.
Okay, I was thinking more.
Okay. Okay, that should be good then.
That's twice the catcher has shaken off the pitcher.
Yeah, true, eh?
Little light.
Down.
Clean.
Easy.
Clean.
Weight's good.
Clean.
Clean.
Whoa.
Yep. Clean.
Yep.
Good.
Yep.
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 Hard.
Come on, Derek.
Hard, Derek.
Samardolski.
Whoa.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Late.
Whoa.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Now
sick.
where's this going to settle?
Do we take it right up?
When it just spills too far.
Good shot, Cat. Good shot, Cat.
Just geared across a little farther than expected. Good throw.
Control.
Roll, bud.
Ouais, il y a un genre de beau petit doigt.
Kenan Whip put a single on the board in the sixth. It's Mike McEwen with last rock in 7.
And a chance to get a whole bundle back.
Shot control.
Kennan just not working. He managed to make a hit, but he stuck around jamming in the back. So it is shot stone, and it is partially buried for Mike. It's not easy. This is a soft weight shot, but if he can get enough of it, it is for 3.
Girl. Straight. Clean. Straight. Good shot, buddy. Great sweep.
And that is for 3. And will the shooter hold on for in our game, and it does at the back.
Thanks. Yeah, probably a tickle heavy, but
mid-90s with his hit game.
I think if we go to the corner,
Mike McEwen.
around the
He's
center.
playing with a lot of confidence.
Are they ever, Kathy?
We just got to be good with him going around the center, which I'm okay with.
What did he say last year at the
nice
Briar?
run.
It's been a long time since he's enjoyed the game that much.
Well, and that's such a huge part of it. It's not just because you're winning, but when you're fighting the game, it's not a lot of fun. But when you're playing well and you have confidence, it feeds on each other. Then you make more shots, which is way more fun. And he's got a lot of support from the three in front.
A little max line, guys. Whoa!
Should be pretty quick here.
Boom! Knife! Curl all day. Really got to curl,
Got to
Connor.
get off the center guard
Hard,
here.
buddy. Really got to go. Hard, go! Hard. Keep going. As far as it goes,
I tell you what, that
goes.
rock's a survivor.
Go.
They have gone left, right.
Boy, how they got that by.
No, I mean, that's...
Nice shot, bud.
Shoot, it was good. Just a hair full and...
Perfect weight. Okay, now if he makes a good one, now we draw.
Yeah.
Good throw.
It's in a pretty good spot because you can't hit it to the center line side. You're going to jam it, so you've got to get scary close to that guard.
Yeah.
Ouais, c'est bon.
Non, je pense que c'est ça. Je pense que si on coupe, on va
Playing just down to the corner, are they?
I think they're going to tap it out, Vic, with that ice, maybe a hack weight. Can't throw too much more because you need some pretty decent curl past the guards. But there's room there. It's wide
On va
open.
aller chercher le nez là, pour pas la pogner dans le jaune. Yeah.
Slightly, Felix slightly overthrew an intern tap 2 ends ago. Just soften the weight a
Je pense
hair.
qu'on joue le hit and roll, puis la rouge va où ce qu'elle va.
No. 96.
Rush. Straight. Yep, straight.
Skip stones.
Whoa.
Felix Asselin trying to hold it up now is Kret. Look at Trepanier leaning on it. Got it by. And avoid the jam. They do two to sit two.
Throwing up a great game here, Felix.
Oh, man.
T'avais ça entendu, Jim? Pour le hack?
Might have been a fraction tight and a fraction heavy. Kind of two wrongs made a right there. Could hear Felix say he was heavy, but it was curling early. Nice shot.
Pour just through.
Oh, that wasn't easy.
J'essaie d'aller me chercher de l'eau, là, j'en ai plus.
It just makes it way harder if you
You
keep
guys
it
don't
here.
like draw? Top four?
We could.
I love, because if we draw, worst case, like, what does he do if you make it, if you're fully buried on the floor?
Yeah, I like it.
I'm
Yeah,
just
unless
thinking,
I leave some sort of chase and then I'm facing
well,
three.
then you have this for one still, but I just think this shot, I think
Yeah,
he's-
there's not much room for error. Okay.
No, I think you're
okay.
okay with the draw?
You like it,
Okay,
Rob?
so just nibble 4. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I think you want to be basically like you don't want to be here because he's
No,
going to
no,
go
he's
underneath,
gotta be shot,
right?
yeah.
Half in the 4.
Yeah.
So you've seen cons here,
As
eh?
high as you can.
His curl
butt shot
more
rock.
than most though, right?
That's less ice than him.
Okay. Where'd you have right here?
Okay.
14 and a half.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at
Do you want to be full, fighting full 4?
how
Just a toss around.
Asselin just feathered that guard. So they're saying, look, if we try it and we crash.
Yeah. You're looking at 3. Yeah, no, this is a great call.
Line's good.
Just a bit light.
Line's good.
Gotta lean this
Clean.
In a 5-5 tie, let's drop
Okay,
in
go ahead.
on
Line's
Owen
good.
Purcell, Halifax, and Aaron Sluchinski, Airdrie.
Well, those 3 yellow were in the house when Owen went to throw his first. That's the red stone that is at the back of the 8-foot, just deep. Sluchinski was trying to guard a little bit more to the left as you look at that to really force Owen out into the wings. He has forced him into a new path that is wider out and does need 4-foot against 3.
All you.
70% on 5 draws. What a wonderful shot that was. The carry there to get it. He said, let's nibble the 4. And they barely got their teeth into the top.
I wanted just a fraction more curl.
Whoa.
Got to settle for him.
Let's go, guys.
Oh, maybe. Have a look.
I think it might
Steal
be
one?
yellow, yeah.
I think so.
Just wait for Luke.
A little proactive on the brushing at the end there.
Luke Saunders checking it over.
Nice sweep. You good with that?
Yeah, it's yellow.
Yeah. Yeah. One yellow.
Steal a one.
Get out!
Final stone. Asselin.
Straight. Whoa. Girl.
Now, Capanier, help this over. Get it over. And that will work. Can they hold the shooter 2? Yes. And so it will be 3 facing Reed Carruthers.
Really well curled game from Felix Asselin. That was just not simple. And he managed to stay too.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah. Refais là.
Good toss, bud.
Needs a little bit of the bite of the 4.
This looks hot to me.
Facing 3 with his last.
Weight's fine.
Reed Carruthers.
Close there. It's not that bad.
Looks heavy to me.
And they haven't laid a lick to this now.
Got a chance.
Maybe.
Watch out now.
Should be okay.
Come on, grind, please.
It's trying to grind.
Please.
Menard is ready.
Shot, Reed.
Good shot.
Oh, boy. And it hangs on to the back for a nervous single. We're tied at 2. It's the home of Hockey Canada West. And we were here some 7 months ago, February, for the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. And back again now for the first time, the PointsBet Invitational being hosted here in Calgary. For somebody like Rachel Homan, of course, it brought back a flood of memories. Canadian Championship going on then to the World Win in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Let's drop in on the game between Mike McEwen and the reigning Canadian Junior Champion, Kenan Whip.
Well, more trouble for Whip. On his first one, he tried to make a double, but he still left 2 there. It has been a full court press by Mike McEwen and his team. And so this now is the soft weight tap, trying to raise his own stone that's biting the 8-foot onto the shot stone in the 4.
Curl. Third. Whoa.
Really good.
And that works. Very nice.
GG's. Yeah.
For a single, and that's the way you want to end it, huh? Similar to a golf game, you want to end it on a nice shot, keeps you coming back. So Mike McEwen, number 3 seed, advances, make the final 11-3 over the number 14,
14
Kenan Whip.
Yep, I like that a lot.
Okay, we're not covering up for back gate.
Hair light right now.
Now over to the game between Brad Jacobs, number 2 seed, against the college champion, Jacob Horgan.
Well, and Jacob Horgan and his team started to get a little bit of life, and we're starting to play the come-around game instead of the hit game, but are no match player for player against this Jacobs team. Already lying 3. This is a draw for 4.
Same shot he just threw.
14-5. Get her there. Good sweep. Good sweep. Very good, Brad. Good throw. Good throw.
And it is for 4, and the gloves come off, and the handshakes as Jacobs will advance, make the final 9-2 over the number 15 seed, Jacob Horgan. Of course, Brad Jacobs knows that Horgan family well, also coming from Northern Ontario.
Very well.
Nice, Cups. You can throw, buddy. Good throw on your last one there.
Whoa. Girl.
Trying to double the Reds.
Girl. Good. Okay. Not bad.
Better. Reed played the out turn come around that red one to the back for a reason. Normally you want to get one on the top button and bury it and try to steal, but that might stay there and force a single out of Team Asselin, and then Carruthers would have Hammer coming home with it, one down.
Clean.
1.5.
Line a bit.
Okay, don't need to for weight.
Line's good.
The winner of this game
We're
will
over.
then
We're
play
way over.
Mike McEwen in the Elite Eight.
Don't want to.
1.5.
Why don't you just leave this as high as possible?
While Jacobs now awaits
Nice shot there.
Really good.
the winner
Good
of
spot.
Purcell and Sluchinski.
Good, Derek.
It's a pretty good spot.
That's perfect, man.
Yeah.
On essaye ça, je pose.
Yeah.
Inside, out, out. Out turn ou in turn?
Same turn, s'il te plaît.
OK. C'est quand même bon
Deux
3
tiers.
quarts. 3 quarts.
Touch more.
It's interesting, Kat. The last 5 or 6 shots for Martin and Cret and Menard, they're throwing some interns.
Yep.
Yep.
And it's the right
Yeah,
play on this.
Trevanier, 1, 2, and just drives it by.
That's a good shot. Okay.
Throwing it at the back.
Because he hit it high side there with the intern, he got a little roll on the long guard, and now it's off the forefoot. Good call, good play.
For the moment, though, Carruthers is shot rock. Back 8.
So speed's as good as a spin, hey?
Okay, line's good.
Okay, go ahead,
Line's
man.
good.
He's fine.
Little bit of room.
Yeah.
2.
Little extra room.
Clean.
I don't know, almost want to bait him into playing.
Where's
Line's
the weight?
good.
2. 2, 3.
Line's good.
Need a 3.
Little light for that. No,
Go ahead. Yep.
We're there.
Three.
We're there.
Distance line.
Yep. Okay.
We're 3.
Curl distance.
I think you want to bait him almost like into playing.
That's
something.
good.
What's Negovin thinking here? Bait him into something.
What he's saying is maybe don't make the guard perfect, and maybe you can fool this young skip into playing a draw.
He's smashing out. Like, I think
Asselin's
it's just,
been
we want
peeling
him to
away,
throw
and
one draw.
that's
If he
what
throws one draw, then like okay.
Negovin's worried about.
But I'm just thinking, like, let's say he.
Plus facile de piler, c'est comme ça.
Yeah. On est encore tout ça, on a encore un bout de bleu, puis on a encore le setup sur pas voler.
Job number 1 is to force Asselin to a single, so they're going to keep pounding away down the middle here, trying to clean this up and maybe get a blank. At some point, they could change gears, go for their 2.
Clean. Yep. Clean. Clean. Just clean.
Ma brosse.
Good shot.
Ok, excuse. Excuse.
Shot, Jimmy. J'ai pas notre setup. On n'est pas shot, right?
Where's that?
Oh,
On est
okay.
pas shot en arrière.
On n'est pas cher, mais il va falloir qu'il manage.
Exact.
Yeah.
Puis on va tout le temps avoir quelqu'un.
Putting it back.
Yep, more of the same.
Okay, line's good.
It's similar.
I had a little more.
Okay. Little more.
Okay,
Okay, easy,
line's
Ben.
good.
Easy
You can
there.
wait.
Whoa, it's way out there.
Okay.
5.
Whoa.
This needs to stop.
Just let it curl and
Got
die.
to curl 2.
It's got to stop.
Let it curl and die.
Knife,
Okay.
knife. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go. Gotta go, Derek. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Nice
Gotta
cat.
go.
Good
Keep
shot.
going. Keep going.
Good
Okay,
shot.
Good shot.
Just close the hole
Might
enough.
as well talk about this one here.
This might bait him into something, Vic, like maybe a yellow tap or.
Elle, je peux pas la.
Mettons qu'on joue come around. On est ici pour taper elle. On tombe 2.
Tu peux, là, mais.
Là, après, si j'accroche, pas méchant. Là, après ça, lui, s'il manque sa shot, on a le 3, il rentre en jeu.
Ouais.
Si jamais il en fait des belles, ben, il fait du beau. On
Talks about coming around. They've talked about tapping that redstone back.
Jean-Michel a fait une belle là. Il est tough, là. Lui, ça va être dur de repasser une belle. Puis après ça, nous autres,
Mais
on
là,
a ça de
le
l'autre
perfect spot, ça serait d'aller où?
Je pense qu'on va tomber 2 shots.
côté. On peut même la bouncer.
OK. Ouais, on est capable.
Là,
Si elle se rend jusqu'à elle, on est 2 shots.
Oh, yeah.
Ça?
OK.
Well, you tap it back enough, you wind up lying 1 and 2, but
Touche ça, puis tu
this
laisses
is
un
also
trou
feeding
vers
into
elle,
what
c'est encore
Reed
ça.
Carruthers luring
OK,
him
mais on
in.
joue juste.
If you go back there, you can come on
back
top of
eight.
you.
Yeah, straight draw.
Straight draw, puis on va la faire à la
But
base,
at what
sinon
point do you
on-
have to make that decision, don't you, Russ, to say, okay, I've had enough of the, if I rip another guard, you're going to try and put it back. How long do we do this?
Yeah, well, that's just it. It's you know, you at some point you have to. You're not blanking, and you got to get that too. It's interesting. Well, that was one of our keys, Vic, for Asselin to be aware with Reed Carruthers' craftiness. I don't mind this call, though, but you kind of, Kathy, if you tap it, yes, you're two, but there's a center guard and there's backing for Reed.
Yep. Oh, agree, 100%.
Whoa,
Russ.
Whoa!
I don't think you have to count your two right now.
Right.
Whoa!
Curl the ball.
Girl!
Helping it over, Trepanier. Got to come through the
Folks,
hole,
that
they
girl.
do. Now can you get it over and tap it back?
Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff.
Good job.
And
Good
they'll
shot,
move it
buddy.
far enough. They are
Very good
sitting
toss.
2.
Oh, yeah. Good
Not
shot.
bad.
Good spot.
Not bad at all.
On aurait pu la faire encore mieux que ça si j'avais attendu. Là, puis j'avais pas couru.
Now you forced your opponent to a tough one, so that's the good news. You're sitting
Folks,
2,
that
that's
girl.
the good news. But if Reed ever sinks this,
Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff. Go, Jeff.
Good shot.
Good shot, buddy. It'd be amazing if we could ever get it.
Yeah.
Looks like good speed.
Speed's really good.
Yeah. You guys like the loop?
Yeah.
Looks like pretty good speed.
You betcha, Ram.
Yeah, I think that's close for stick.
Yeah, I agree.
Catlin's red one out front there took a long time to curl. They left it for the longest time, trying to get it to grab up a little bit. So if Reed's heavy here, he's going to hit the corner guard.
Le guard, il est dans le chemin.
Reed Carruthers
Okay, easy early.
I got really good.
Where are we?
Back foot.
Whoa,
missed
you
that
got two.
opportunity
Cat.
with Last Rock in
Cat.
the 8th to get a couple.
Whoa, curl.
Really got to
This is back 12.
Really got to curl, Sam. Hard, you got a
And
chance.
look at
You got it.
Samagalski.
Hard,
Got to really
back
help it
12,
over
hard.
here.
Keep going, hard.
Keep going.
Hard. Roll
Through it
roll
is.
Go,
No,
go,
it
hard.
is not.
Go. Hard,
But
hard.
where will this end up?
Sorry,
And
guys.
it ends up behind and in
Sorry, guys.
between,
Hey, boy. Nice shot, Ram.
twixt in between
Sorry, guys.
those yellows. Shot
great
rock,
shot.
edge of the
Felix.
button.
He wasn't maybe a foot heavy. He was very close on his weight. It's just they didn't get a read on Schneider's because Schneider's didn't curl either.
I also threw like that was. Yeah.
And also when Jean-Michel Menard threw, when we saw it coming into the house, it had a very lazy rotation. So that's also going to curl more than anything that Reed throws.
Great point.
Ça, c'est jamais ça, hein? Deux. Rouge? Oh, ouais, moi, je le déteste pas, même si je ferais elle.
Time out for Asselin.
Oh, ouais, si je fais dans elle, il n'y a plus de garde. Ça revient au même.
Felix talking about running that stone back exactly like that, Russ.
Lui, il fait quoi?
Je vais
Hit
voir.
and roll là, on lui donne son 1.
On peut se laisser pour
See
deux,
anything
là,
else,
on
Cass?
Faut
You
qu'elle
can't.
fasse, là, sinon nos
you tap the yellow.
Okay?
Exact.
Si on
It's
enlève,
tough to. The red's just in such a great spot.
It is.
si on enlève le garde, il fait quoi, vous pensez?
Il essaie d'en mettre une deuxième, mais c'est pas facile.
Ouais, mais là,
C'est
s'il
vrai.
la met à mauvaise place, il me donne une shot pour 3.
Je suis d'accord.
Moi, je pense qu'on
Ouais, mais
enlèverait juste
enlever le
garde.
garde, c'est la même chose que de faire ça. Là.
Ouais, mais je pense que c'est parce que si on enlève lui, on sait c'est quoi qu'il va faire. Il va faire ça. Puis
Ouais, lui va aller
Even if you run it back and you take out your own top one and open everything out, Reed's got to deal with it. He's got to guard that red one perfectly, or it's still a 2.
That red guard is a problem.
Yes, yes.
Enlève-le,
And that's what we talked about with baiting them.
S'il me place sa pierre à mauvais endroit, on a une shot pour 3.
C'est juste que.
Avec ça, si tu fais ça, on fera pas 3.
Il va jouer quoi, lui?
Because he won't be. Our back red will be shot.
He might just
Basically
throw it
just-
away and give us one. Are we okay
Yeah.
with that?
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Like,
Oh.
a scenario here. is
Interesting.
That's a very interesting
Yeah,
call.
force him to actually.
I just don't see a world where I'm making this outturn draw with no guard. That's awfully risky.
On reste garde, puis là, on peut se faire voler deux. On va y mettre la pression. Là, on va avoir le choix.
The stats still, even with the 5 rock rule, if you're 1 up without coming home, you've got a roughly 57% chance of winning the game. So as Reed says, if they give me one, I'll take it.
Felix Asselin is first, trying to run that center line guard back as we drop in on Purcell and Sluchinski, and it looks like maybe a chance for a couple here.
Oh, a chance for a mittful. Sluchinski made a good shot on his first. Owen made a double, and he left one Sluchinski stone. And Sluchinski was trying to come down to those two that are in the back of the four, but it over curled. And so with a tap by Owen, 4 is in play.
Purcell out of the Halifax Curling Club. Get him right. That one sure did. Okay, you did that. Now can you move it far enough? Bang, go, 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 go. And that's good enough for 1, 2, and it looks 3.
Nice throw.
Perfect weight.
And the fourth point was at the top of the 8th, and he really would have to move it.
Yeah. He couldn't make it with throwing much more weight.
Throwing smooth, Ram?
Yeah.
Okay, Ram, you got it. Take your time, bud.
Good throw here, Rama.
They looked at freezing to the back yellow. You could even guard. Looks like they're running the red yellow. Are they trying to run it onto the red yellow?
I think so, but boy, that has risk.
The angles aren't perfect for that. You can chip your own out here.
Could easily.
Yep.
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 Gotta go.
Hard.
Sargalski
Hard.
Come on, Derek.
Hard.
still with it. Oh, dear.
You can chip your own out. Didn't like the angle on that.
Try,
Kathy.
Good sweep. Good sweep.
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
It's close.
Good throw.
So?
Surprised
Yeah,
they did that
because
because if you'd left that top, the yellow tap back, sure you can get to the red, but the red was going to jam.
Il a mis ça comme ça?
35.
OK.
Speedway, but good.
Fait que c'est comme tantôt, en fond.
Ouais, exactement. Un petit peu plus sûr que le shooter.
Quiet tap for 2.
Il faut splitter le T. Là.
Just a straight draw.
Okay.
I think they're trying to cross that red one.
Yeah, they are.
So just settling for the single or trying to get the single.
No,
I'm sorry.
They're actually shot at the back.
At the back.
I
Pardon me,
believe.
my mistake. I apologize.
Okay, serré.
These are tricky, and these arena surfaces
Serré.
feel slow in the 8th, 9th, 10th, but when it crosses the center line, it could glide.
Weight's good.
So he's almost perfect on his draws. 96%.
No.
Just T-line est bonne.
C'était. Oh, on est là.
And
Good.
T-line.
Good shot.
C'est bon.
Good toss. Good toss.
Was I right, Kathy?
You're absolutely right.
Wow.
Amazon.
2, and it's a big deuce for Asselin.
Quasiment manqué.
Yeah, it has been a great read. Reed Carruthers with 2 straight wins. First in Fredericton. Last year was in Oakville. Now trying to make it 3 in a row here in Calgary. But he finds himself down as we welcome you back. 4-2, Asselin leads it. It is Carruthers, though, that does have last draw playing the Redstones. And remember, if he doesn't win it, he only gets to do 2. We'll have a draw to the button for the win. He did. He won the event last year, remember, in Oakville. On the draw to the button against Matt Dunstone.
Like, kill these? Or you want to play it with, like...
I don't hate leaving that back yellow, though, to freeze to. Do we ever freeze that back yellow right
I don't
now?
like freezing. We got a pretty good chance for deuce here, boys. We got 2 corners.
And nose, if you can
like
stick it right on the nose.
with bump.
If we nose, are they coming off to make a double over here? What do you see?
That's tough. I'm seeing nose or millimeter high.
Okay. Definitely don't want to throw it too hard.
No, whatever he wants. I don't care.
You just got to stick it on top.
I like the nose cast for a couple of reasons. It looks like you get the back two, or certainly move them around. Get them behind the tee line, be maybe even more beneficial. Then you stay frozen or close to frozen on that top yellow. So 2 corner guards and one frozen.
I like the idea if those stones move behind the tee line. You've got everything, and you're right. You stay frozen on that top stone. It's really difficult for Asselin to remove it.
Girl!
Whoa.
That was not a good result. Derek is cleaning the ice all the way down. I feel like they feel that it picked.
It did.
Could you have ignored it, though, and gone? You've put up the corners for a reason.
Yep.
Could you have ignored that in the middle and just gone to the corner?
100%. Yeah, no question about it. I just thought it was a good call because you aren't going to roll out, but looked like it caught something on the way down.
Yep!
Yep, Jeff!
Yes!
Cavanier. And look at this roll.
Whoa. Go!
Oh, and just will roll across the top.
Wanted to roll out there, at least kill one of their own.
Sorry, guys.
C'est pas si pire, c'est correct. Elle a quand même curlé pas mal.
C'était pas un méchant lancer.
Non, mais
Ouais,
moi,
y a
je
pas
l'ai fait
beaucoup de
tantôt,
balais.
Mark.
Hack!
How much? Half?
2/3!
Hey, you were almost easy there.
Okay, is that trust that ice with hack?
I think it's close.
I think so, yeah.
Just hack.
Not too concerned about moving the enemy rocks out of the rings. Just
Wait,
get them behind the tee line.
You gotta go.
Yes!
Yes!
Yep!
Hard corner.
Negative.
Come on, buddy, go.
Look at that.
Nose now.
Yeah, nose, hard
Just
line,
up
hard
and
line.
down.
Good.
Okay, that's fine.
Good sweep.
And enough to push it through.
Oh, it's shitty on my head.
Could run the corner guard here, Kathy, with an yeah, there you go,
Yeah.
with an intern, and you get it right, you get them all. There's not, I don't see any danger.
T'as quasiment gagné la game là avec ça. C'est half rock.
OK.
Au pire, on pile, même dans jaune, tu vas faire L, c'est correct.
C'est bon.
Much easier with the intern. There we
Plus pour
go.
moi. Plus. Elle va rester droite tout le long. Half a rock, c'est vrai de ça.
OK, sure, c'est bon.
Both reds and the top yellow, or at least kick the yellow into the paint.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Jean-Michel Menard. Now,
Girl!
Cret, here we go. Angle it back. Bang, bang. And away it goes and spills that yellow in.
Good shot.
A little better.
Still has a lot to work with, does Reed.
Back 8.
Yeah, back 4. Try to push it even to this.
Okay.
Create a
Doesn't give
wall.
him this run double. It jams, I assume.
Yeah, he's going to have a double.
Oh, then I don't like that.
The only other shot is to just do this and delay.
Talk about this.
What about hitting? Can we ever hit it a little low with back 12? Do that and create a pocket.
Yeah,
Well, he has the
similar
same
shot.
double.
Oh, he does? What are you thinking here, bud?
That is slightly better though, because there's
I
another
could just
jam.
freeze.
There's another jam. Then he peels the card.
Or freeze this one.
Yeah.
Right here.
Then yeah. It's an option. That shot that Derek said is not bad because there's two shots that are okay. Freeze's pocket's okay, yeah.
That runs.
This is your first?
My first.
Yeah.
Can't take
Even
too
if you
much time.
tapped it a bit, Cat,
You
is
still
it
got 2
bad?
more,
Like if
too.
you tap this to
Well,
here.
he just always has this, no
Yeah.
matter what you
but
do.
what's he running? He's.
Well, no, he's going to run this into my red.
If you tap it far.
If I tap it.
If you tap it far.
Yeah. But then we might have. Okay.
Like, it's tough shot, but he still has it. Like, if he makes that, it's game over.
The
If we
freeze.
freeze
Yeah.
in here, what's he doing?
Okay.
It's peeling the guard.
I don't think
Okay.
you need
Is
to
this
tap
crazy? Can't get it out if I get right here.
If we're little,
Just sliver high.
then doesn't he go? Well, no, he
We'll
could
let
do
him.
that.
That's.
It's
Then he
risky.
just peels
And
it.
then if he gets them both out, then I'm freezing.
Might be getting a little bit late in the end though, right? He's 2. He might be drawing.
My first thought was like if he froze the pocket.
You guys want?
I think the freeze the pocket's a good call.
Right?
the
Then
right
he's got
call.
Kind of already did. Let's save
Yeah.
it. I'll throw.
Then
I'll
he's gotta-
throw. You
I
guys
like that
decide.
too.
I like freeze the pocket.
I think that's the call.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
It is.
The advantage, Kath, with the freezing to the top too is obviously it's harder to get it out, and you've got that guard as a bit of a savior. So you just get it in that vicinity. It's really hard to remove the red one that's going to be thrown here. If you freeze to the back one, and there's any angle at all,
Looks
it's
like a
gone.
lot to me, but
Hardest shot in curling is the perfect freeze when you're aiming at a single stone. In this case, he's got two that he can just get to the inside of the rock that's closer to the center line.
And you heard Catlin say, you know, if we do this, what if he draws another one in? I don't think he's going to be doing that right away.
Not this early.
No, that guard will be gone.
Clean.
Line's good.
Line.
Yep. Gotta go.
Hard line. Hard line.
Hard line. Gotta go, guys. Gotta go.
Hard guy. Go. Go. Keep going.
Whoa.
Okay.
Weight was perfect. That's not bad.
Nice shot.
That's sneaky. It's okay.
Good shot. Nice shot.
Weight was perfect.
Owen Purcell, Aaron Sluchinski, they blanked the ninth. So it is Purcell from Halifax that has the lead, but Sluchinski has the last rock coming home.
And that actually helped Purcell a little bit, that open style of play. He has 3 minutes left to play this end. They have already used their timeout, and he's very methodical. They will need every minute of it.
Nice. À moins.
That little tick, well, they're just going to peel it clean. I thought they're going to try the red double. It was a little dangerous.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Hard. Good shot.
Kretz
Good touch, Jim.
Good toss.
opens up everything.
Could have killed their own yellow on the right, Vic. That would have helped too. Nice little pocket in there.
Okay, he can never hit the red and get it moving.
Not if you're in the nose.
Okay.
Walk it on, bud.
It's staggered the wrong way.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, you're good.
Okay, similar.
Yep.
Well, coming off their win, Mike McEwen in the hat is waiting to see who he will play.
I like
The winner of this will face McEwen in the Elite
Go
Eight.
ahead, Dan. Line's good.
Yep.
Hard.
Line's good.
Line's good. Freeze it.
Yep, lines. Lines.
Gotta go.
Lines.
Tapping.
Big carry.
Tapping.
Huge carry. Semigalski and Negevin.
Shot.
And right to it.
Good sweep, boys.
Les deux en haut.
Yeah.
Oui.
Jordan McDonald
Elle va
on the left,
peut-être ramasser
coming
la
off
jaune.
the big win over Matt Dunstone. Yeah, thumbs up, boys. As you play Kevin Cooey next in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, there's such a good story for the future of the game and put on quite a show last night.
They did. Yeah. Oh, sure. I have to do the beakers.
Idéal.
Ouais.
Let's go, kid.
Two pretty nice shots by Schneider. The first one feathered the guard, but he got good line on it. And that one is not going to be easy to remove either. Go for the back one, Kathy. Hit it dead on with a bullet, you might get it out. But if you ever tick the top red,
You're in trouble.
you might give up 3. So this is a scoreboard call. Kill the top one, which is the easiest one to remove.
Oh. Yep. Yes. Whoa. Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Very good shot.
Unlocks everything, gets rid of one of the reds.
Really good.
Pretty good.
Right. Yeah.
Shot rock still belongs to Asselin.
Ouais, je sais pas.
Played very well.
On va avoir son 2 là.
Ça va dans le coin là.
Ouais.
Il va falloir qu'il fasse une shot contre 2.
Ouais, non, c'est vrai.
You're a little far there, but.
Well, both teams had their early chances, and then we went on a blank run. It's the 2, though, for Asselin. Outstanding game. When you look at the back end results, both teams at the back end playing very well, but it's 4-2 lead for Asselin. The game story brought to you by Montana's Barbecue and Bar, Canada's home for barbecue.
J'ai essayé de lancer.
Felix has been incredible in this game. A great call here if you're a club curler.
Okay, lots of room.
If Reed hits the yellow one to sit 2, there's probably going to be double to win the game for Asselin. So he's going to split the rings.
Go ahead.
That forces Asselin to hit the red one. Then there'll be a double for Reed to tie the game.
Everybody now.
Just higher then. Higher. Where is it?
Yep.
Even.
Yep.
Okay, not bad.
Is it?
No.
Nope.
Doubles there all day.
That's what happens sometimes. You know, Catlin ran out because he thought it was going to stop.
Yeah.
But you need somebody that is just back watching the line. They leave that a bunch higher, it's okay. Or even, but that's...
And the third brusher's doing nothing
No,
anyways,
you're
right?
absolutely not. You're too far away.
Ici, out turn.
The out turn gives you the gear.
Un tiers, je pense que c'est très
There'd
proche.
be no problem for Felix to throw it this hard. It's just getting that angle right. Yeah, Reed at the hog line said, "Man, why don't we leave it longer?" And that would have changed the angle quite a bit. This is kind of a natural double. It's one of those ones that, other than the pressure of the moment, he's making this more time than he's missing it.
The double will win it to run Carruthers out of rocks, and we will have a new PointsBet Invitational champion.
Straight! Go! Girl!
Now helping it over, Trepanier, 1. Oh, and underneath he went.
Not bad.
Shit.
Threw it through the break. They thought they had it for a while, but just coming so hard.
C'était pas un tiers. Ah, c'était plus quasiment encore, là. Okay.
The tap back to sit 2 is the easier play here now because he moved that red over a little bit.
Just didn't need to throw it quite so hard.
Right.
And that's the moment.
Yep.
So he gets to play for another day.
Control.
Angle, raise, sit 2, and we'll go to a draw to the button.
Your weight's good.
Clean.
Final stone.
Whoa.
Clean.
Carruthers.
Whoa.
Clean.
Yep.
Whoa.
Clean. Whoa.
Samagalski,
Curl.
Negavan,
Really
Schneider
gotta
calling
curl.
line. Here we go.
Hard.
Hold on now. And it will sit down, and we will have a draw to the button. Probably didn't think he was even going to get that chance.
Well curl game by both teams. 2 skips are hot. Neither skips so many draws.
Sweet.
Whatever turn.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, inside out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you.
Good try.
Intern.
Return in turn
Okay,
8.
so
Which rock are we throwing?
How's this?
here?
what have I thrown the most? I threw
Ça va,
draw the button.
Là, puis on est plus souvent comme 2 shots, mais il y a encore toujours une shot pour 2. Tandis que celle-là, je la fais 100% des fonds.
So for the team that, the rule is that the team that would have had hammer in the end, so that would be Felix. He can choose to throw second and whatever turn he prefers. So Reed gets the option of what is left. And so Felix is choosing the turn that he feels the most comfortable with.
Je vais attendre de voir. Mais avant qu'il lance sa shot, je parlais de lancer.
They're not talking about the rocks yet. That was Reed's biggest concern, is what have I thrown the most draws with, which is a really important thing. Not what you've made the most shots with, what have you drawn with?
Remember Reed threw one here against a bundle, and it was heavy all day, and they just stopped at the hog line, the brushers, and watched it slow down. And he ended up making it back 4-foot.
And there's strategy there for Felix in choosing the turn as well, because you want to force your opponent to play in an area where maybe there hasn't been that many rocks thrown in a while.
Room, guys.
Go ahead. Line's good.
Yeah, lean it.
Little extra room.
Line's good.
Gotta go.
Where are we?
Gotta go.
Go ahead. Line's really good.
Carrying okay, Derek.
Easy.
Carrying okay. Easy.
Easy.
Remember, he won the
13-7.
PointsBet last year in a draw to the button against Matt Dunstone. He's won 2 previously as well, so draw to the button has been good to him. But there he goes heavy.
Sorry, Ram.
Okay.
And that banging that you heard was Derek just frustrated with himself. Just that little bit extra brushing.
Yeah,
Well thrown, bud.
when you're really in the zone as a front end brushing, you want it to be a hair light all the way down,
Yes.
and then you could do something with it.
Good throw, man. Thanks.
And they're also concerned that it's a little frostier out there. You don't want to lift your broom, especially Derek last stand, of course, picking.
That's beatable.
It certainly is. And so for Felix, the key is to put the broom in the right spot, that it will touch the button, because Reed did not.
Parfait.
Regardez.
C'est à 35-40.
Good throw.
Okay.
Probably clean the button. 13.
Mettez-la sur le petit.
Yeah.
Bien la ligne de
We'll be close.
Yeah.
.4 centimeters away from the pin. Final stone now. Draw to the button for a win.
Ligne, c'est pas un problème.
Interesting, he goes to the other turn.
Pas qu'à faire ça un petit
I know,
mot.
boys.
Asselin.
OK, Belle.
Oh, this
Line's
looks...
good.
Attention.
Line's never a problem.
It's all about the weight now, where it'll dig in. Felix Asselin. Will it stop for him?
Shot.
Shot kid.
And it will. And Felix Asselin, the number 11 seed, will knock out the number 6. And the 2-time defending champion make the final 5-4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Désolé, Valéphile, on sera pas là. Salut, Yann. Salut, Philou.
So we will have a new champion
Salut, Ministre.
at this year's PointsBet Invitational.
The 2024 PointsBet Invitational is brought to you in part by PointsBet, the official sports gaming partner of Curling Canada. By New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Sponge Towels Paper Towel, nothing absorbs like it. And by Home Hardware, here's how.
Just the one game remains on the ice, and coming back for the final stone of Owen Purcell out of Halifax as he draws in to sit 3. It was the shot just previous to this where Aaron Sluchinski played a run back and took his own stone out. A stone that was sitting at the back of the 4-foot.
That one's going to
So
drag.
now, what has Sluchinski got for a possible 2 to force a draw to the button?
Yeah, virtually nothing. If you run that right-hand yellow onto the reds, you'll make the back 2 go. But, sorry, the top and the back will go, but the middle one won't.
It's not a back there and see where she goes.
So they're going to try to run the corner again. He just missed it. He missed it by 1/8 of an inch. The run back chipped out his own. So he can make this raised double and stay, but I don't think it hits the third one, Kathy.
I don't know how you score 2.
It should drag.
Final stone, Aaron Sluchinski. And won't get it. And so it will be Owen Purcell from Halifax, number 10, takes out number 7. Make the final 11-6 as Purcell takes out Aaron Sluchinski, the reigning Alberta champion out of Airdrie. So 2 upsets on this Thursday night, with 10 taking out 7 and Asselin 11 taking out the 2-time defending champion Reed Carruthers. So now we're down to the Elite 8. Gushue is alive. Cooey on that side will play McDonald, who had taken out Dunstone, the runner-up the last 2 years, while McEwen hung around to see Asselin advance. And so they will meet, and it'll be Jacobs against Owen Purcell. down to the Elite 8 on the women's side. And our feature tomorrow, when we join you at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, will be Caitlin Laws against Selena Sturmey. We want to thank all the teams that have been with us the first 2 days. Leaving us now, we wish you safe travels, and we'll see you somewhere down the curling road. Thanks for joining us. The PointsBet Invitational is here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.